fucking...
Mom, who is it?
Son of a bitch, man.
It's the pigs, darling.
Just very annoying. I think I'm back. Am I back?
This
Yeah,
year,
okay. Sorry, everybody.
experience a retrospective
This shit
like
is
no
just...
other. Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage riot,
Really rough.
to spend one last night
The GPU is
together
just causing me so many
before
problems, it's such a
school's
shame.
out forever. And with a soundtrack this good, it's gonna be one hell of a night.
Hi.
And The Cure. I love The Cure.
That was my whole fucking piece of it.
Experience it for yourself. Mixtape. Nothing but
Testing
the
everything went
hits.
before I went live paid off. It did, yes. Because I did test everything. Which was like for the audio on the website. And those have been fine. Except the rockets off. It's just I can't do anything about the fucking crashes, and it's a real thing, but...
Will you struggle until your last freedom?
It's just such a weird problem to have. Just the whole
Your
fucking PC crashes
destinies are sealed.
for no reason.
There is
It's
no
not overly hot.
escaping them.
Drive me crazy. I'm gonna turn the AC on.
That's why we must end
Not that I think it will help.
you. Right here and now.
What did we miss? What else happened?
Gorgeous. Take this. And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
Do we miss more of the Last of Us like?
Surge of power. Savor each moment.
Now, get ready. Everyone, are you with me?
Apparently you missed
We will
Fable.
live on in this world. No matter what hardships await.
That seems unlikely.
We fight for a future filled with hope. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
Cute. It's cute. Looks cute. Yeah, Fable News would definitely be Xbox.
A beautiful game. That was the global announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time
You're
solo
using
developer
silverish.
in
Yeah, it was
Bandung,
because
Indonesia.
we
With the
didn't
help
have
of
time.
9 of his friends,
We
he's
had to go
built
to
an
the
intense
fucking
action
ER
beat-em-up with
to shoot
brutal
it with my
hand-to-hand combat
I thought you told me
set
it was
in his
finished.
hometown.
No, it was like
This
as finished
is
as it could be
Acts
without
of
my hair
Blood.
falling out. Yeah.
When are you going back?
To get my hair done?
Well, they left me with nothing.
Oh no, I'm leaving it.
No justice, no peace. Just names on the wall. The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
This looks cool.
Oh,
Sifu-like?
Sifu like, yeah. I'm in.
I too am in. I genuinely think Sifu
This is
is
awesome.
extremely Sifu-like.
Is it C2?
C2.
C2?
Sifu. I think that might be in like my top 10 games.
It's in the same corridor.
It might be a Sifu too.
What?
But what about Fifu?
C2.
I mean, this looks so similar that if it's not, it's concerning.
Yeah. Lawyer up. Oh, you can see the skeleton, the bones are breaking. That's Tony Hawk's like.
No, that's a Sniper Elite like.
Rain.
Bad dot line.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
Yeah, looks sick.
Ooh, that shuffle, that's the raid. See that when they start shuffling?
Axe of Blood. Okay.
It's a blood clot. I'm playing that.
Nice. There's nothing that they're going to be able to do about the Sifu comparison.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal.
Indonesian dev too? Oh, that's cool. Solo dev is crazy, yeah. no. The big three.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah? That's why vegans, it makes sense. Otherwise...
How good am I?
Yeah, very good. I mean, it's a good universe to have this kind of thing. It makes sense.
Pilgrim like.
You can have game code 66. You throw 66 the game code, Scott.
I shouldn't tell people what I hate. Because then they just do it.
Yeah, but the dumbest part is you're doing it more than anyone else.
Just showing everyone.
Scott Pilgrim's back with his fist flying
When
in a
people
brand
type
new
the lurk
brawling
command,
adventure
what are they
in
trying
EX. You'll
to
battle through
find out?
space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott,
John S. Reed, what are you
Ramona,
trying to get
and
from it? I
5
never
of
know
their
what it does.
former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator
Yeah, did you not know
Brian
that
Lee
Just Keeling was
O'Malley.
Canadian?
All
I
right,
did.
we're going to be right
talked
back.
about it.
But first, we have a very
I did know
special
that, yes.
message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
We love Maggie.
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways
happening.
to make you suffer.
It's happening.
So enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you.
it's an
It's an ad. Damn it.
things.
He's
filled it with-
really good at doing those.
And then
You ungrateful wretch.
I do love Maggie though.
There's plenty more fun to go around.
She's wonderful.
Now cease this foolishness and make
When
your
Cyrus comes out, can we start saying
wisely.
Rahul like? Yes. It's usually an indicator that they are now lurking. What does lurking
Oh!
mean? What did I miss tits? Oh, missed it twice.
there's a couple of biomes I'd like to visit.
We wonder what the lurky tits are.
I'm so randy.
Yeah,
That's
is
what I'm
everything
horny
alright?
and angry.
Is everything okay?
That's worrying.
Is everything alright? You home?
I need milking.
Ew, Jesus
I
Christ.
told you about that. Is it the bull or something?
Oh,
Chat, in it, there's like a bull or something. You got to milk a bull
ew.
because it will have too much testosterone.
No, you told me about that and I googled it and it wasn't true.
Humankind has been obsessed with the hard.
Yeah, Rahul's a disinformation machine. I'll go, that can't be right. Check this. And it's almost always bullshit.
I commit to. I say it with like a definitely.
Now,
You do, yeah.
a glorious morning has
Oh, it's a
dawned
Titan like.
I'm wrong about a lot.
on something that's simply harder. Scum.
Thank you, Coin 142.
You're hard.
Oh, sorry, mods. Are we at a point where only Jeff can track what game codes have been given away? Sorry, let's figure out a system to be able to do that a little better.
Bond. It's Moneypenny, the game.
What are you doing here?
I recognize him.
Come with me.
Do you?
To Gears of
At
War.
first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head.
It is. I feel like you can't use this song in any other
Well, it's
video
very
game.
dark. That's. Well, yeah.
It's like the, you know how Malignant used the Fight Club song?
Like a part of me that's been buried
Pixie.
down.
Yeah.
Where's my
You're
mind?
like, no,
It's
that's
just
Fight Club.
knocking to get
Yeah.
out.
There's something.
Yeah, I feel like I associate it with Gears of War more than I do with Knocked
Maybe,
Up.
maybe this is the real me. Diaz, you were a good soldier.
Like you can't do that.
Oh yeah, no one can ever use magnets ever again. Yeah.
I don't want any part of your future.
Just close line.
It's activating.
Oh, it's Mindsight. Yes, right. That was an ad? Of course, I always forget the name of this Builder Rocket Boy. That's the, Oh, that's cool. That's the game from the Rockstar.
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan
Rockstar
Abrak,
devs?
CEO of Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mindsight when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment
That's
in
cool.
Red Rock City. This week, we finally revealed 007 First Light to the world, and your reactions were heartwarming. It's coming in 2026, but we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Pussy galore.
Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Hi, Mando. We're not done yet, bub.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind
That's
with
cool.
suspected ties to the criminal underworld.
That's really
he has
cool.
arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in
I mean, I guess they
Paris.
can do that, right? They
Our
can just do
clients
crossovers
have
with their own
deemed this
game, which is really neat.
I've invited these people for a reason.
Oh, Mads
I
did
know
it.
their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss
That's
Bai,
really
well,
cool.
she likes a drink. Don't know about the
You
newcomer,
can do
Mr.
asthma.
Smith, though.
Remember, you
He's
had
the only wild
representation.
card.
Yeah, I thought
I
represented.
wonder if you can kill him with his
This
asthma.
is turning into an interesting evening.
Yeah, like poison in it.
VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper.
coming
Unusual
on stage.
name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
That's dope. Dude, I fucking love that. The Hitman game. So sick.
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together
fucking hell,
in a
man.
very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time
camera's
for
frozen.
007 First Light. It's just around the corner,
Everything's fucking
coming
falling
out
apart,
next
man.
year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us.
It's
today.
Mads.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen.
What's happening to that aspect ratio? Oh my god. Everything is falling apart, dude.
Good to see you, Mads.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is, I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoes of Le Chiffre once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He's
Unplug that. Sick.
visceral,
Everything's fucking falling apart.
unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
He's handsome, right?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
gorgeous.
Okay.
He's a
Trying to
So
clear
this
it.
mission
No, I
is
think
set
he's
in,
gorgeous, man.
in a casino in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around the table this time?
Yeah, sure, exactly. It's the Chiffre is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow, all right, well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best part. We wanted to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours.
This is really cool. Very, very good.
For only 30 days, and if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing.
That's
All
neat
right.
too.
Well,
Dude,
Don
Hitman's
Motz,
brilliant.
thanks for
It's
joining us
fucking
for
such a good
Summer
game.
Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you so
me.
much.
Thank
All right,
you.
great to see you. Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for LEGO Party!
Get ready!
For a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails. It's an action-packed contest to collect the most golden bricks.
Oh, it's Mario Party, but Lego.
Will you be helped by friendly krakens?
Or hindered by evil monsters.
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with
Which
wings?
is actually, I'm actually
dragon,
kind of
Dad.
amazed that nobody else has done that before.
What about our amazing mini-games, Dad? We've got
Yeah,
more
it's
of them than
literally.
you can count.
What else would you call this other than a Mario Party like Rahul?
It's actually
else could it
more
be?
like 60.
You don't need to.
Whoa, that's a lot!
It doesn't have to be like something you might not have
With
played
surprises
or
around
played.
every corner. Anything can
No,
happen.
but it doesn't.
Anything?
It can just be a Lego multiplayer
Anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
mini fun games.
No, how do you explain it succinctly?
Why do you have to say Mario Party like?
Those were literally just.
What if you don't know Mario Party?
Wow! We've got all that and more in LEGO Party!
They even called it Lego Party.
I am depressed.
Whoa, that is looking mighty tasty.
Told you, I'm having a rough. Come on.
You know they can hear you doing that. You're rubbing your
All
eyebrows.
right, next
I
a
can hear
new
my
look at a
tears.
new
Definitely
team
hear
shooter
that.
from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest.
Is that an
We're
extraction
also very
shooter?
happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Space shenanigans. Feels Borderlands.
Danger. Reactor.
That looks like a BFG.
Someone said depression like.
Rahul's life is depression-like.
Laser lab installed.
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying.
Is that ABBA?
Maybe.
Safe with me.
This'll be good.
That was neat.
Wasn't our ship.
I feel like there are so many things coming out immediately and I'm scared.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios,
you know why?
the
'Cause
team
all of
behind
these
the
games will
Guacamelee
probably
series, and Nobody
avoiding
Saves the
GTA.
World.
Yeah, now
They're
they're like,
making
fine.
a full
Get 'em out.
game that can be played alone
So
or
they're
with a
pumping 'em out
friend in
quick.
co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come
Very
to
interesting.
this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived
With your bow tie.
and passed their knowledge to future generations. Until Sorcisto,
Sounds like Clayman.
in his lust for power, consumed
You're
the
a small boy.
brains of the living, spreading
You should take
his
off his bow tie.
blight.
Why?
Because I can't. I have to give him treats on his own.
I see.
He looks like a gentleman.
He looks too cute.
How do you say no when he's both ways doing this?
This definitely has the aesthetic of Guacamelee. They made it.
Should you fall,
Oh, that's what Hades like.
I was also
pray
thinking
the
kind of like
fortress
Hades.
consume you.
Thank you,
Fuck
Before the
Megan.
blight does.
I can't do it no more.
You're the one doing it.
I can't handle it.
There's 2 gamers left on Earth, but 300 games. I do think that's part of the problem of like that video I made about the industry.
There is
that I
more
didn't
Blighted
mention
coming
because
up
it would be
right
a
after the
little
show
smaller.
and Day of the Devs. All right, next is
there
a
are just so many
first-person
fucking games.
survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a
Isle.
new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral.
It has mental health issues.
Can I go on
Here
Taz Fury? Thanks for hanging
is
out.
your first look.
He's got mental health.
Jeff said it was insane. Oh, Midnight Mass. What the
Oh my
fuck?
god, this looks so scary.
They're babies.
That's like some of the most unsettled I've immediately been. I wonder if that's just Unreal 5.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
god. Unreal 5 propping off, dude. Oh, they look so fucked up, man.
Ugh.
I feel like it's very rare / almost never that horror game makes me feel this unsettled in a trailer.
Another one. Insta checkout. Getting that. It's yeah. Oh my lord! There's fucking babies.
Holy shit!
Isle.
The Swedish flag behind me. That's a Death Stranding case.
You can kick
5
the
of them in world or
babies.
something. Just what you've always wanted. This is the future the liberals want.
Poor little babies. All right, Mecha Break is
That
one of
looked awesome and
2025's most
disgusting.
anticipated shooters, with its previous beta
Oh, this is the one
amassing
Jacob
over
just all over his
300,000 concurrent players on
keyboard.
Steam
Mecha Break
and
stuff.
3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wish-listed game, players are
Jacob
clamoring to know just
Jaroke
one thing.
99
When is the
said,
release date? Well,
"Ill not
here's
be
Mecha Break's
playing that."
latest trailer with the
Nice.
answer.
I promise you I'll play it on stream.
Yeah,
Will I
that's a
finish
stream
it?
game.
Jury's out. I travel too much.
I'm traveling.
I'm trying.
The Thalassic Federation.
But I will.
Did I say CMM?
To advance its Project Enterprise.
The news out. I have a hot take.
Not that hot, then is it?
It is so hot. I need to let it cool down for a second before I finish. I really fucking hate Japanese pop.
Really?
Yeah.
All of it?
I think it ruins trailers.
Yeah, you went in a very different direction with that. But the imagery in this Taylor is my hot take that people will be upset about. Was that just something about seeing a child running from explosions and holding a teddy bear right now doesn't feel like it should be used in marketing. That's my hot take. Maybe I like the art though. The art looks great.
What is this?
Mecha Break.
Yeah, but what are they showing?
Mechs breaking. Mechs are breaking things. I don't know if you noticed that. That's what's happening.
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
I feel like we're getting a lot of like small team studios making it into these kinds of shows where they didn't used to, and that does feel like a state of the industry. The amount of layoffs of just a lot of small teams popping up. It's just rough because you can only buy so many games.
Stark reality. The industrial civilization we were expecting to join.
Like ants. Like mech insects.
Is no more.
Yeah. Like a futuristic insects. Only I shot the kids.
Grounded like, yeah. Okay, you're an alien?
You're an ant.
Yeah, I feel like you're an alien of some kind.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
Close enough. Welcome back, Garrus.
Infinite testicles.
Yes, infinite testicles.
2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
What's happening?
Don't tell me what to do.
What's happening? Why did he say it like that? It's gonna have to be big now.
Happy birthday to you.
Christ, you got that from a candle.
Happy birthday to you.
You guys are whistling, you don't know what it is yet.
It's Resident Evil.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
It's another ad.
And to celebrate
There's no
early,
way.
a special message from Takeuchi-san.
That was cute.
ありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。
They can't have done that and gotten that much hype and it not be a new Resident Evil.
もう少しだけ
No, it's
RE1 remake. It could be. Oh, I don't know if I ever expected them to do that.
ではこれからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
They said it's 30th anniversary. I'd love an RE1. Because we only got 2 and 3 and 4, right?
All right.
What?
Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary
Why would you
of
do
Resident
that?
Evil.
I knew
Now
that.
it is
See, I
time for
told
the next
you.
big update
That's so
for a
weird.
beloved franchise.
That was... I'm sorry.
That's a bad idea,
That was
dude.
fucking stupid. Oh, Kenny Omega? Is it Yakuza?
Let's rumble.
Oh, sick. He's in the Street Fighter character. I mean, he's another Ishin card, right?
This is really cute. I don't know what it's for though.
It's probably a character pack for Street Fighter 6. New challenges or something. Cigar. It's like a new
It's very cute.
Street Fighter 6 receiving. There you go. Nice. Oh, look at the Buddha at the back.
Whoa.
It's great.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's really cool. That's very
I
cute.
used to be very, very proud of Sagat because when I found out, I didn't really know that my mum was from Thailand, if that makes sense. I didn't piece it together until I was older. So when I was playing Street Fighter heavily, and it went Thailand, and it was Sagat. I remember when we first visited, and I went to see my family, I wanted to see the Buddha that it was based on.
That's cool. Thailand's awesome. Big fan. not wrong. It's an Overwatch like for sure. Who's this little twink? I like the retro aesthetic.
Countdown begins.
Okay, no, it's not Overwatch.
No, it's called Last Flag.
Yeah, we're trying to find what its like is.
Overwatch.
But is it like exclusively a capture the flag type thing? Which I love that game mode. It's one of my faves. I like way prefer multiplayer with a direction.
Sorry, my stylist is actually contacting me.
Oh, your stylist is contacting you, is she? Oh my god. Well, you'd better get back to her.
Wish list now.
Cool.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s.
I want to highly recommend for the production
closed
next time,
alpha
Jeff,
will be starting later this
that
year.
you let the
Next,
trailer
we have
play
a beautiful
and
new
start
trailer for a
speaking right on the tail
Souls-like
end of it.
action RPG game developed in China by
Production note.
Lenzi, Wu-Tang, Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted to be? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends.
I don't think so. That's so cool. Once again, Elden Ring inspired.
What will it take to finally awaken you?
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. I thought that they were different characters, but it's actually just very creative skins. That look cool.
Gotta rescue them. This is what we gotta protect. We cannot choose when people's dreams get snatched up out here.
Find Rizzo, find Master Kill, find Jizzle, find Method.
Wu-Tang game?
Find
Oh.
Where is the Wu-Tang clan?
Find them.
Yeah. Oh, you played the other one on PlayStation. Wu-Tang, what is it?
That's very cool. Whoa.
Riz has got to have done the music. Presented by Ghostface Killer.
That looks sick.
Sick. Yes.
Very cool.
That's a big W.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting.
That's the whitest
It's the debut title from the
thing I've ever
53-member Brass Lion Entertainment.
Especially in the English accent.
Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing, and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
What's your favourite Wu-Tang song?
Never liked Wu-Tang.
My calling takes me far from home. where
Protect your
shared
neck.
struggles
Not a big
form
Wu-Tang
fast
Cream.
bonds.
I like cream.
My
Gravel
greatest
pits.
advantage, adaptability. Their greatest weakness, me. My story.
My story is
Didn't like one of them
yours.
go to prison?
ODB. Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, is he still in there?
He's dead.
He's dead. Got it.
I think Protection Neck is my favourite. Ha! I'll give it to you.
Let's back on ad time, you guys. You've been dead for like 20 years? Yeah, look, I don't really know a lot about Wu-Tang. You know?
Everything looks like this. With the Game Awards, I feel like I have to sit through 45 versions of that. With the music playing, I feel like I'm at an arcade or something, or like a casino. It's bright lights. It's like dun dun dun.
Right,
It's
it's,
like
it's
overly
either
dramatic.
like a gacha game or it's a Souls-like. Yeah, literally gacha.
And it's like the
Splitgate's sick.
The like clips they use with dialogue in the games are like, "We'll do it together."
We can do it together.
No!
Stop!
You know what I'm talking about? I will find the stones.
You're talking about gacha games.
What's a gacha game, bro?
The gacha. Gacha games like. Oh my god, it's just there. Like Genshin. I think Wuthering Waves. Is this also gacha?
Oh!
Extremely popular. They make a lot.
I took a bullet. I died. I came back.
I can't believe you can get Cyberpunk on Switch too. That is wild. I really wonder how
I
it
read
runs.
some of the reviews about
It's
it.
good?
Yeah.
Here
Smooth,
is another
apparently.
game throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle
this is the
his
worst
inner
SGF so
demons,
far.
literally, in this
I feel
action
like last year was
roguelike.
maybe not that
Here's
exciting.
Into
Everything's the
Unwound.
worst everything so far. It's the worst state of play. It's the worst Nintendo Direct.
It does feel like a weird year, dude. There's just no hype around it. I don't really know why. It's
Saros.
It feels strange. Something's off about the landscape.
No,
They
there were
have
some
not.
banging games on here that fucking naked babies.
Yeah, there've been some good
Black
games.
and white
It's
mouse
just,
game,
It's like the
puppets.
I think when they got rid of the competitive nature of E3, we kind of lost a lot of the excitement around it.
Oh, it's definitely, look, where it was. When was the last E3? 2016, 2017? What was the last real E3?
No, 2018.
2018?
Yeah, because that was the one thing that made me not want to leave IGN.
Wasn't that dude got hit by the bike?
Maybe it's too much.
Was that you and me? Or was
No,
that
that was afterwards. That was at E3, but the last real one I say is 2018, because that was the last one that I did at IGN, and it was the only thing that made me not want to leave IGN, was that I was like, God, E3 is so fucking fun though. And then I was like, well, didn't miss out on anything, because it changed immediately the next year. Yeah, it's a bummer. This looks cool though. I'm liking all these classically animated games.
Unwell.
Into the Unwell is also a really cute name.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends. And 20 million of you played with us.
Splitgate's really
now,
good, dude.
With the help
So
from
this
our
is a
amazing
good-ass
community,
game.
we've built Splitgate 2.
I feel like it deserves a little
Because
more
I grew up playing Halo. And I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year.
Ooh.
And I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
Don't slag off another game, bro.
With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take Portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity
I
of
don't like
something
him.
much bigger.
There, said
Splitgate
it.
Battle
You wanna
Royale
pull out
launches
another game?
free
I don't
right
like you,
now, and it's fucking awesome.
I would not personally do that.
Look,
as
Edge being a little fucking
game
edgy.
dev.
It's fucking awesome. With his hat. Look at him.
Just look at that water placement. Expertly done. This is the epitome of
Let's
sport.
see what he's delivered.
Splitgate's really good. It really is good. This is good.
Yeah, so's the new Black Ops.
Can he complete the comeback he's going to try? He shoots! He gets the kill! Now that's how you portal! They're not done yet! They got one! They got another! They're going to do it! They're going to see that! Oh my god! They did it! They actually did it! And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're in
Oh, it's Portal-like.
It is Portal-like, yeah. It's basically Halo with portals is what it is. But it really works well. It's really, really fun. Okay, yeah, I was like, this looks more like a Battle Royale.
It's Imagine
So
Dragons.
it's a Battle Royale version. It is Imagine Dragons. They had to show up at least once. And it won't be the first time. They are gonna show up again.
Can I be honest with you? One of the reasons I haven't done it is for some with Arcane. So it kicks off
Yeah, you didn't end up finishing the first season, did you?
Nope.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good.
How does it Whatever.
You really gave up on that part.
Someone said it was the whitest trailer ever.
Yeah. Splitgate's fun though.
Now we
For
are
a
honored
COD,
to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
Shut your fucking mouth. My pussy's wet. Oh my god, it's the project.
Yes. It's not Yakuza.
People think it's time
like
travel.
The dragon.
People think it's time travel.
You think Ichiban's gonna show up here? Who is it? This doesn't look like the same engine, Rahul. This looks like a different engine, Rahul.
What the fuck is happening?
Stunning.
It is. See, you can time travel. There was a rumor that it's time travel based.
What do you mean?
Because in the other one, he's further back in time than the other one.
Do you see?
Yeah.
This looks, like I said, like a massive engine upgrade though. Is it gonna be like...
Got a name? Mako? Daito. Daito. A Jap then, huh? Don't I look like one? You're not? So, what are you then? Sana. 俺が知りてえや。
You're right, it's time travel. What?
That's the name of it, Stranger Than Heaven.
Oh, I
TGA
see.
last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title.
So it's going to be like
RGG Studio.
Judgment
This time
Noir
it's now
in the past?
1943.
That's dope.
And knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way.
They're jumping around.
All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting.
Here we go.
Today we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new
Lego
studios,
for
and we're proud of
Horizon
that.
Forbidden West.
But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with
If
the
it's
world
SMS, I
right
will
here
also die. I
at
doubt it,
Summer
though.
Game Fest.
Okay, that's the FBC, so it's Remedy?
Yeah.
Or did that just say FBI? Oh yeah, it is FBI, so never mind. What isn't Jeff blown away by?
It's you.
Oh, it's me!
Resident Evil?
I was gonna say, it looks like a little Deadly Premonition-ish, but there's no way. That doesn't make any sense.
Control 2.
It's Japanese.
Yeah.
It's the hair. What in the light Yagami is this? See, is that L? That's what I'm talking about.
Grace. Grace.
Her name's Grace.
Grace Ashcroft.
So Metal Gear.
My office.
Oh, coming.
You sure it's not just Resident Evil?
It could be Resident Evil.
Because that whole thing they did.
It's so
Maybe it was
yeah.
keys?
It could be. It could be.
This is about the report you asked for yesterday. It'll be ready in 3.
'Cause all they did was
no,
announce a
2 days
sale.
tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
Zombies.
Now I need a
Could
good
that be the
technical
what's her
answer
name?
on
The little girl who
Okay.
the daughter. What's her name? I don't remember her name.
It's Code Veronica.
I need your eyes
Yeah,
on
could be
the
Rose.
crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to
Could be a Silent
face
Hill.
the past.
But it definitely looks like Ari Engine.
Yeah. Grace.
What is this? Hey!
Stay close. Definitely Ari Engine. Convinced.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. Special
No,
one.
she has trauma.
Chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, Raccoon. Requiem. Okay, interesting. I'll play every Resident Evil game until I die. I'm so in. Unless they go back to, like, the 6 era. Fuck yeah, dope. Dope. We love to see it. That makes everything make more sense.
There you have it. Resident Evil Requiem.
Rad.
And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th.
Fuck yeah.
Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the
a decent
franchise,
Summer Games
both in
Festival.
tone
Yeah.
and
Like
gameplay.
I said,
and today's
all I want is just,
reveal
like,
isn't
3
just
games
about
to play. That's all I have
survival
fucking
horror.
time for
Expect
anyway.
high-stakes
They were more than
cinematic
that.
action too, with much more to share soon, leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026.
Yeah, they really edged us there, didn't they?
Amazing.
I thought I wasn't going to get the nut.
That was an amazing
But
announcement.
I got it.
Glad we kept it a surprise. All right.
Lovely.
That's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone?
Please welcome to the stage Imagine Dragons.
I will say it doesn't
Good
feel
job.
like it
Lucy
means-
got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know. I can't believe it.
You know
You
what I
kept
mean?
that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's
Yeah,
much more
he's got
Summer
to
Game
piss
Fest to
sometime,
come.
though, innit?
Make
Yeah,
sure to
that's
visit
true.
summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital
Google it,
events
didn't
this
even know
weekend.
it.
You can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios
Yeah, I'm gonna
around
stay
the
and watch
world
Day of the Devs.
and deeper
I am
looks
not.
at some
No,
of the independent
it's fair
games
enough.
we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to
Dev
you, Lucy.
Divs.
Great job
what did everyone think?
co-hosting. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game
I'm still
Fest.
just chatting.
We will see you at Gamescom
Oops.
on August
You get in trouble
19th.
for that.
Thanks, everybody.
No, I mean, it's just because of the restart, I think. Was it live events? Or just something else? Yeah, I also thought it was okay. It was okay. highlights are
Very naked babies.
weird naked baby Unreal game.
Oddity. You got Poltergeist.
That was the stream. The fuck was that for?
Yeah, look at it. It's the stream.
Yeah, everyone's like, my ears. Why did they do that?
Naked babies. Mouse game. Black and white mouse game.
Black and white mouse game looks
Muppet
cool.
Puppet.
Insane. That looked fucking unreal. I thought that Atomic
Oh,
Hearts 2 looked very good.
Mad Nicholson joining Hitman's a cool
That's
little
awesome.
reveal.
Hitman is one of the games of the decade, I think.
I think Onimusha.
Onimusha looks sick. A lot of the Dark Souls games look really good. There's too many of them.
Yeah.
There are just simply too many.
I'm sure they're great. They're just too much. I would have been interested in that Brez game, but I didn't like booing someone standing on stage and
That's my friend Tim Schafer.
criticizing a game.
Sat down and played your entire games library from beginning to end. By the time you finish,
Yeah, I feel you. Not necessarily
everyone
do that,
you love
especially
will be
right
there.
now.
Not by name. You could have
You.
said.
Don't let this
made it
happen.
more
There is a
generic.
better way.
A lot of people working real hard on this
I'm
stuff.
Tim Schafer
Yeah.
from Video Games.
Just because
And
they're a
I'm here
big
to
company.
tell
I mean,
you
I
good
worked
news
on
about Day of the Devs.
So
Day of the
That
Devs
is true.
an all-volunteer curation committee that plays
Just think
hundreds
it's
of
like
games
the
that you don't
classes.
have to and brings you the very best of them.
I wouldn't
to
stand
show
on
you
stage
places
and
like
say
this
Midnight
showcase that
Mass
you're
is
about to
better
see
than
today.
Twilight.
Twilight.
$5 million?
No, I feel you. I feel you.
Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a non-profit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like
Was
you
there
and
anything
also our
else? I
generous
liked.
sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back.
Oh,
and prepare
Fractured
to be
Bosoms.
inspired.
Yes,
Enjoy
Fractured
No,
Bosoms
Day of the
looked
Devs
fun.
visual showcase.
I love Tim Schafer, everybody. I love him.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive.
He's great.
And the
He's
developers
Is this
that
the
know
very
dev-
nice.
devs straight
Ever
away?
wanted to live the fantasy of casing
Is it
a
just
place,
gone straight into
gathering
it?
Yeah.
intel,
This
and
is
pulling
now
off
Day of the
heists,
Devs, yeah.
Day of the
It's
all as a
basically an indie thing
mysterious
that Double Fine helps
master
present.
technique. Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
We got to bring back the thing saying world premiere.
I'm Saskia, senior level designer and artist at No Goblin.
No
I'm
Goblin's a
Jamie,
great name.
senior animator at No Goblin. And we're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
I like this vibe better, man. I like the devs talking about the thing and then they're being cute. You know?
Snap and Grab? What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked. Picture this.
It's so endearing.
It's the 80s. And you are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nick de Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
Thievery. It's a Hitman-like role. You can steal the dog. I'm gonna order myself some lunch.
In
want
Snap and
anything?
Grab,
What are you
you'll
gonna
do
get?
cool crimes with only your camera
Great question, mate.
and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items.
Hey, chat, did
and
you know?
anything that might help or hinder
How
your
do you
crew's chances of
pronounce
getting to them.
chat? Wait, and you can spell it phonetically.
Then, you're done
Chat,
snapping.
how do you pronounce
You'll
the
use
brand
your
of
photos
the
to
brand
assemble
of this
your own
watch?
step-by-step plan for your crew
the ones
to
that
grab
James Bond wears.
possession.
How do you pronounce that brand?
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now.
Okay,
Who
I'm gonna
knows
order from
when
this
she'll
place.
catch
Apparently
up.
last time I got you a tuna
As
milk.
your anonymous deeds make headlines,
Oh!
you'll attract new crew,
I'll take one of them.
giving you,
You like one of
access to
those?
new ways to snap and grab.
Do you
Will
want fries?
you be able to
Yeah,
plan
they're
the
saying
next
it right.
perfect heist?
No, you're
Or
wrong.
will your
You're
heist
right.
fail
Atreya?
spectacularly?
No, you're giving it away too fast. You order a sandwich gets delivered by bike. I forgot about that.
It is, in fact, said the correct way by Daniel Craig in Casino Royale,
We
which
can't
I
wait to
always
see
didn't
what
like
you
the
plan
pronunciation. I
next.
Omega.
prefer Omega, but it
Available
is
early next
Amiga.
year
Amiga.
on
Which I
PC,
also don't like. I think that they're
PlayStation
wrong.
5,
I think sometimes
and
creators can be
Xbox
wrong.
Can be
You know what I
wrong.
mean?
Series
Yeah.
Like,
X
like
and
you know,
S.
it's Nike.
Does
But
my
it should be
title
Nike.
game ring a bell?
It was one of the very
I get that it
early
is
beta
Nike.
devs games, so
I get
early,
that
in
the
fact,
goddess
that when we
is
asked the
Nike.
dev what
Do you
the
want
name
a
of the game was, they
Yeah, I love a coffee.
they
Thanks.
had
Cappuccino?
You're really trying to get me out of my depression.
That's my job. That's my whole job in life is to get you out of your depression. And let me tell you, it's a full-time
kind
job.
of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played.
Stop rubbing your
But
eyebrows.
My
I'm
tears.
not the right person to describe what it is.
People need to hear them.
Better served that these anthropomorphized
Yeah, I know it's.
You want a cappuccino?
Yeah, sure. Thank
Take it
you.
away.
I know it's Nike, but I just
Nike.
think Nike. It just sounds better.
You
Nike.
might know us because of our
Nike.
Goose Game.
I like
We're here
Nike
today
because
to
isn't
show
it
you around
based
our
after a
new
goddess?
That's what I just said. I said I know that the
Sorry, I
correct
wasn't
pronunciation
It's a
is
cooperative
Nike,
multiplayer
but I just
adventure
think
made for
it
friends
sounds
to play
better as
together.
Nike.
I respect your opinion.
Like the correct way to say it is Adidas. I prefer
It's a tricky
that
game to
to
describe,
Adidas.
but it's mainly about doing two
Adidas.
things.
I like
we say
Adidas.
Adidas.
Yeah, I like Adidas.
Yeah, so I don't say either. I say
So
Adidas.
talking. It's a
Do you
big
say
part of Big Work,
Volkswagen? Or
and
do
we
you
Yes,
put a
no,
lot
I
of
say
work into making a proximity
Volkswagen.
voice chat system.
Wunderbar,
Feels
danke.
natural
But I
and
don't.
playful.
I don't fuck with Omega.
You'll sound different if you're
No,
speaking
Omega's
I like
English,
Omega.
Hello. Stupid.
or far
So
away.
if I was to play James Bond,
Or
we'd
in a
have a
tunnel.
problem on set because
I'm
they
not,
go,
I'm not saying that shit.
I'm not doing it, and they'll be like,
Or over a
no,
walkie-talkie.
seriously, you have to. And I go, no,
Or behind
Watch me
Omega.
not do it.
glass.
It's Omega.
In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find
G'day,
other
mate.
ways to
This is
communicate.
House, right?
So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture,
Oh, there they are.
and plenty of tools to stay in touch when you're out of earshot.
How,
I didn't
how
know,
cute.
I didn't know hot
And if you
people
can't use
could
voice
get
chat,
depressed.
or you just
Actually,
don't feel like it, we've
we
also
get
made a proximity
depressed
text
even
chat
more
system,
than
so you can play the
uggos
entire game that way.
because
as well.
we know what it's like to have
Hello.
high highs. So
game
the
is
low
so
lows
big,
are
open
even
world,
worse.
filled with all
But when
kinds
you're
of stuff.
uggo, you're already
See it
somewhere
all
down
in
there
the
anyway.
big walk.
This is a big steep for me. Usually
Compelling.
the world's at my feet, everyone's
Exploring is part of
smiling,
it
and
because
the
you're hot.
pussy
It's a
being
special
thrown at me. I've got cock, can't move for cock.
Our chat system makes it important to stick together. So
So when
navigating
I'm
the
not
world of
feeling
Big
myself,
Walk
it's a
requires
real
lots of
drop.
It
teamwork and
always
talking.
really tickles me when you deliver words breathlessly.
As you explore, you can
I
split
love
up
it every
and go
time.
off on your own
That, you know
It's
what
never
that
not
is?
made me
Each other
laugh.
accidentally.
That
Ricky?
is
When you're apart,
100%
you
me
won't be able
growing
to
up
talk
listening
face to
to
face.
Mecha Break.
So
Because
finding
when
a
he
way
goes
back
on a
together
rant with
isn't
Carl
always
Pilkington, he
straightforward.
swallows and he does it until his breath runs out. I don't know if I've ever
If you
used
get lost
it
in
on
the bush,
camera.
don't worry.
No,
You'll
that
find
movie that
plenty
I'm
of ways
writing
to
you,
stay
you
in
should.
touch and find each other again.
You should. I really got to get through that script.
Hello? If anyone can hear me.
It's not Volkswagen.
Volkswagen?
He says a hard F at the start.
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge.
Oh, here's a good one.
Completing
It
challenges
should be
like these
Porsche.
is the way you make progress
I think
through the
Porsche
game.
is better.
They're all about teamwork, and they're
Porsche.
all a little bit different.
Porsche.
A lot of
Well,
them
like
are designed so that
Forza.
you find funny and
It's not
surprising new
Forza.
ways to talk.
Forza.
I
You
say
might need to do
Forza.
some miming,
Yeah, I do too.
or come up with a special code.
I think I only say
Or even
Forza
sing
because I
to each
worked
other.
at Xbox.
Controversial.
And I'm pretty sure I worked at Xbox at the point in time when maybe Horizon was first coming out.
I think it should be
They're
the
not all
wrong
about
way,
talking, though.
which is Bruno
There's a bit of
Fernandes.
platforming in there,
Not
some sports,
the correct way,
and some
which
weirder
is
stuff
Portuguese,
too.
which is Bruno Fernandes.
Our challenges are
Yeah.
open-ended.
No,
and
Bruno
leave plenty of
Fernandes.
room for you to do things your own way.
Bruno Fernandes.
Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things
Oh,
together.
you sounded real German. I can speak a little bit of French, and I was pretty
that's
good
Big
about
Walk.
German. But I
There's
just
heaps to see
lost
and
it
do,
all
but
because I
there's
stopped
also lots of
doing
room
it.
to just
But I
hang
could.
out in between. We think there's some real
speak German
magic
for a
that
minute.
happens when you
Now.
forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
So another thing I found out.
Sorry, we're really talking over this. This looks cool though.
Yeah, ants.
Go
More
dancing.
ants. This
So-
is like the most
Or
appealing a
you could steal
multiplayer
your
game
friend's
has
binoculars
seemed to me
and kick
because
them
I
into
like
the
the
ocean.
cooperative elements of it a lot. Sorry, go ahead.
Ibiza. It should have a TH in it. I think it sounds better. Ibiza.
We hope
not
you enjoyed this
Ibiza.
little tour
I say
and got
Ibiza.
a sense of what we think is so
Whoa,
special about
you
this game.
absolute
We made Big Walk
slag.
to be a nice way to hang out with your
That was
friends
very
in a video
saucy
game.
of me.
And we hope you
Ibiza.
like playing
I
it
know.
as much as we do. Thank you for
What
watching.
did I get
Goodbye.
Flanagan crew doing
Bye.
with their Amelia Perth?
Oh yeah, every
Correct.
time we talk about Amelia Perth.
You have to put the
Amelia Perth.
Amelia Perth. I love putting the lip
This
buff
next
on.
title's from the art director
Hey,
of
Greg.
Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all
He
those
might be
games
the
in
only
this
man
one
I know
as
who's
you
taller
surf the
than you.
sand on your sword and bring the sea.
Yeah,
back.
he's massive.
Greg's very tall.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director at Giant Squid.
No, not
and
Forza.
I'm very excited to share with you
Forza.
our latest
Forza.
game, Sword of the Sea.
Beautiful. This is the
Sword
one
of the
that
Sea is a atmospheric
It's Journey
adventure
like?
game where you
Is it the
surf
Journey
on
like?
a sword.
that Austin worked on. I think it is.
Yeah.
and it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience.
Yeah,
that
it
you
is
get
the
as a
Austin
surfer,
game.
a snowboarder, a skater.
I will have no choice.
It
Austin
takes
makes
a
me
lot
play
of what
everything
I've
that he
done in my
works on.
previous games,
I have
going
no
back all the
choice.
way
He
to
goes, here's a
Journey,
code line, you can play it.
Abzu, the Pathless.
I've
You're gonna
completed
see
more
those
Austin
elements in
Wintory
the
games
game,
than
but
any
it's gonna take
other
you somewhere
fucking
new.
studio on planet Earth. Even Mike Bithell doesn't do that, and he's a game director.
Sort of see is
I
all
think
about
I've done more EA
movement,
games.
getting into a flow state, and
EA
it's
used to be
something
really
that,
good,
as a
dude. Like,
snowboarder,
for the amount
I've
that we shit on them, there was an
experienced
era where they were making
myself.
fucking
I
bangers.
feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports.
Was it
When
Mass
you're
Effect
doing it,
EA?
you actually find
Yes.
this kind of meditative quality.
Everything or nothing.
Kings of Amalur.
Are moving
Everything or
very
nothing.
quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you
Some of my
can't
favorite. Oh, the Lord of the
otherwise.
Rings
you get
games
to
were
see
EA.
the
Yeah.
whole mountain at once,
Two Towers
and
and,
that lets you kind of connect with
Return of the King.
the world.
15
in a
years
deeper
ago, yeah, it was
way.
great. Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's what we
Maybe a
wanna
little
do with
longer.
the game.
I mean, Ubisoft used to be fucking awesome too. There was a really good Ubisoft era.
This looks
Wintry
great.
like? This is
looks
absolutely
great.
a wintry like.
I want this.
It looks beautiful.
I
I'm
really want
really
this.
excited
This
because
is
I see
Did you ever play
a
Abzu?
huge
Hugh Lights
Austin
on-
Wintry,
No,
a
I
longtime
only done Journey.
collaborator
Abzu's
who I work
gorgeous.
with on
Is that
quite
on
short.
PlayStation?
Abzu,
Yeah,
the
I played it
Pathless,
on
and
PlayStation.
he's done
Abzu.
countless other
Yeah.
games scores.
Sounds
it
like
also has
It's an Austin
some
Wintry
rare
like.
New York
inspired by
school.
the old skating and
Abzu
snowboarding
Muhammad.
games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if
Nope.
you played the old snowboarding games, you're gonna love the way that you.
You
move
did make a joke about
in some of
1080
these
when we were watching it.
Sick.
We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might.
Yeah, this is
have
gorgeous.
Is it fucked? Like, I prefer
Sword
what's
of the Sea
happening
is
right
coming
now
out
to
this
what we
year,
just
August
Dude,
19th.
I
This
strongly
shit I
prefer
love.
this type of
NPC.
presentation.
Yeah,
I think I'm
I
much
really
prefer it.
like it.
Thank you.
So we
This
are
next
clearly
world
three.
exclusive is a sequel to a
thought that
game that
was-
has over 4 million players and
Is that
counting.
Winona Ryder
Not
from
only a hit,
Beetlejuice
there
on
ever
his
was one.
t-shirt?
But to make a
it is.
sequel,
It is.
you have to bring something
Lydia.
new to the genre,
Dietz.
something evolved, and that's exactly what this
Just a straight up
developer
blend
did.
between Journey and Abzu. Totally, yeah. Which is awesome.
Is Abzu on PlayStation?
Yeah.
PS5?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's got a PS5 upgrade,
Because I'm
but
down for a little game
Abzu's
with
gorgeous.
the hue lights on. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, and it's also like 6 hours.
Do you lot know that Alana's like now one of her favourite games is Tetris Effect? To me, that's like lighting, like smoking a little bit of weed or like lighting a candle.
I've got.
There's something about Tetris Effect that's so vibes.
I think, like, I just, you've seen me with this, Rahul. Video games like that, and Blueprints did it. Fucking, I have a real thing where you hand me a controller and I will just play a video game until I fucking die, and it's kind of bad.
The sequel to Escape Camp.
I don't.
You can't. If you want me to hang out with you, you've handed me a Tetris controller before because it means I'll stay.
Yeah, because you don't spend any time in your knowledge base,
classes.
Yeah, I just spent 2 weeks in England with you, but yeah.
You want
One big escape.
I spent time with you.
We felt inspired by games like Animal Well.
No, I
and
wanted
Legend
to
of
go to
Zelda
the Liverpool
series, and
parade.
how they leverage
But nothing to do with
Almost
me,
get
bruv.
hit by a car.
You even said, if you don't want to go, I'll just go.
Yes, Rahul didn't
So
want to go to the
clearly-
parade, and
No,
I
it's
was
not
like, I'll go
Rahul
without
didn't
you.
It wasn't that Rahul didn't want to go to parade. Rahul didn't want to travel full stop.
Oh yeah, I would have gone without you.
Yeah, so
You didn't need to come
we
with me.
asked
I don't care.
ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback.
But
from
point
the first
being,
game,
I just
and the number one
you really
most
hand me a
requested
video game
feature
controller, and
by
I
a
will sit
huge
there and do
margin
nothing else.
Was more Academy to really
So
get to
I
be a-
feel like
Escape Academy fucking ruled.
This
We should
time
play
I
more
around,
of
play
that.
a
we're
lot,
gonna let
right?
you explore the campus.
Yeah.
Always chipping away at a game.
meet
You
other
watch
But it doesn't
students,
negatively
and
impact
But
your life like
I
it does
don't
mine.
get to your
Find lots
point.
of ways
Even
to
though I'll
lock
put in
yourself
4 or 5 hours, but because I smoke, I get up every hour.
What was once a 2D
I'm
level
fidgety.
select map is now
So,
a
but
fully
you,
realized
it's like,
explorable
here's the
space.
controller,
Whether
it's
you're
9
returning to
PM.
the
And then
academy
nothing
or
exists.
And then
studying
it's
for the first
6
time,
in the
you'll
morning,
find
Yeah,
yourself
I
and
don't
you're doing
full
that.
of
Yeah.
unique
Like, you have it
environments,
in
from
that
dusty
respect.
puzzle
I
archives
just
to hidden rooms in
Like what I did
unsuspected
for Doom Dark Ages to get it finished
Campus is
before
designed to
before
reward
I went
curiosity with
to
secrets
Finland
tucked into
Yeah.
every corner for players
was
to discover. From
4
lighting
day
and
shifts.
atmosphere to environmental
Well, yeah, you
storytelling,
have a
4
thing where
hours,
you
5,
treat video
6.
games like their job, which is odd. You go, well, I've got a checklist and I've got to get that off.
Yeah,
You like
yeah,
really,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
Because when I did that
just
through the Gears.
yeah, you make video games job. It's very strange,
can
but I
talk
guess
to
when
your
you
fellow
don't
escapists.
consistently
I'm doing it with
have
Zelda
a
right now.
job,
Lore, and
it feels
naturally
like
get hit with a deluge
you're giving
of
yourself
grumbly
tasks.
puns.
Maybe maybe? I don't know.
Apologies in
Did
advance.
Warhammer World live up to
Over the
Miles'
course of the game, you'll
expectations?
complete
Yeah,
a way
the
through characters or
what
questions that
would
string
you call it,
together campus
exhibition?
challenges and escape
that we visited.
taking you through your second year curriculum and the
Museum,
game's
exhibition,
gallery.
yeah, that
If you want to
was
get a sneak
out
peek
of
of the
this
game
world.
and
It was
help
very,
us
very
unlock
cool.
its full potential, join our Discord.
No,
sign up
really,
for a
if you
playtest.
want to, if
We'd
you want me
love
to hang
borrow
out,
your
just hand
brain.
me a controller. I think I
Wishlist
mentioned
Escape
that I was at a
Academy
party
2
the other
today
day and
on
someone told me
Steam.
that they couldn't
And
get
we'll
past
see
a
you
certain
when you
boss
get
fight in Tunic.
back to school.
Escape Academy sick. Sorry.
Eddie
that's my
Burback.
bad. The game's really cool.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are
Yeah, and
part
I
of
was
the
like,
80s,
nah, hand me that,
90s
and then I
vibe
just
that is
finished the boss fight for them,
from
and then
the
basically
prolific
didn't talk to anyone,
creators
even
of
though
the
I was in the same room as them.
But this is not a music game.
At a party
or a
after
game about music.
the Game Awards
It's a
last
game
year, just had
about
people
life
back here,
and friends
and I just,
and
and
the
by the end
music
of the night,
that
I was just
gets us
playing
through it.
Tetris with a room full of people.
You
It
just
was my
reminded
apartment.
me. You remind me of a memory of a
hi.
rap
I'm
party of
Johnny
season
Gallup
3 or
from
4 of
Beethoven
iZombie.
here in Melbourne, Rock City.
They
This is our
hide
secret
out
hideout
like
where we
a
make video
bar,
games.
whatever, right?
This is
And
one
all
of
the
our
cast and
apps.
crew. Now, one of the
Oh.
nicest people with the
We're
best.
the BAFTA award-winning team behind the Artful Escape.
Not PR. What's the word?
Who cares?
The most
What's next?
liked actor on our show.
Sorry, this is very cool. They're made Artful Escape. It's also an Australian studio. Artful Escape is fucking awesome. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, they have a Street Fighter arcade
Mixtape
cabinet.
is a
at this
coming-of-age
place.
action-adventure game
And
about three
Malcolm
friends on their last night together.
Basically
Listening to a
took his
perfectly
drink,
curated soundtrack.
sat by the
It's a
arcade
psychedelic
cabinet
retrospective.
on one side,
A musical
and
journey
every
that
crew member
documents
at
the
some
breadth
point
of
who
their
fancied
friendship
themselves
and their
went
greatest
up
hits.
and played Malcolm. And in one night, he infuriated and undid all his year's work of being loved by being a little fucking troll and doing one-handed while sipping. He got cocky.
Oh, was
Mac
not
sick.
guess Mac was that good at video games.
Mac was sipping a vodka, like a vodka soda.
Skateboarding
One hand,
to
I saw
pulling
him, and he
slushies,
was spamming
mixtape
one
of
button,
eras
and,
and
like,
styles
and
and
he's
media,
so
designed
good
to
at
take
Street
you
Fighter.
back to the
Damn, I wouldn't have
He
guessed.
beat.
I didn't know he was a gamer.
They brought him on to do Injustice or Mortal Kombat, and he beat the dev.
Yeah,
It's on the video
I
somewhere.
did not know that.
Yeah.
Next time he comes
Max is
around,
mad.
we'll have to play
Max
fighting
is
games.
nasty on fighting
Give
games.
away your grappling boots.
But I saw him upsetting crew
Is the
members, and I was
music any
like,
good?
bro, for 7
Holy
months,
flippin'
he's their guy,
meatballs,
and I
let
could
me
see
tell
them
you all
getting
about
annoyed of him, and he's just sipping like that.
Thank you very much.
This is
We
so
got
good, dude.
Joy
This is
Division,
so much. I
sorry,
prefer this
Devo, I
so
love
dramatically
Devo.
to.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Not that we're paying any
Portishead,
attention, sorry.
Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop.
The Artful
and
Escape
apparently many
was
more.
really, really good. That game is gorgeous, banging music. It's simple, but I think I finished it in 2 streams. Maybe it's one of the games I finished in streams.
I'm going to go, because I would like to do some cigarettes.
See you later.
Alright, see ya. Bye, guys.
Banjo went, oh, we're done?
Yeah, we've done Banjo.
If death looks you in the
That's
eye,
done.
dude, don't blink.
That's done.
Yep.
So just bring your food up when it comes?
Played
Yeah.
on Game Pass day 1, wishlisted on Steam.
I feel the need to wash my hands for some reason. I'm a little OCD about it, so I'm gonna go wash my hands and I'll be right back.
were riding together. I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit.
Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted.
Hi, I did it. My hands have been washed. Huge for me.
Blighted
Absolutely
is a
huge.
hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty
Thank you, everyone. I really
system
appreciate your
that
support.
constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world
Thank you.
around you as
Hey,
you play.
thank you all so much.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains a knowledge and experience of their ancestors.
Yeah, guacamole's a
That's
banger,
how it was
man.
for generations.
Did I use soap? I did,
Until the
yes.
one day called Sorcisto defiled
Thank
the
you,
ritual.
visibly damp.
He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as Blight. As the
Blight
lone
again.
survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt
Get-
down
I
Sorcisto
just-
to reclaim the memories of your people.
They gotta stop doing blight.
Now,
They
like the
you
rest
gotta.
of the
We have
world,
to stop it,
you're afflicted
please,
with
game
blight.
devs. Stop
It's
doing blight.
constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable.
We gotta put a stop to it.
And changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to
Blight and
suppress
corruption.
it, or
I can't.
you can
I'll tell
harness it
everyone
to
not
fight
to do
back
it. Sometimes I
even
do like
harder.
little bits of
With
consulting on
practice,
games.
you'll be chaining together
And every single
finishers,
time I'll be like,
taking
no,
their huge blighted
don't do
beasts,
that anymore. Don't do
devouring
it.
their brains, and
And to
using
be
their
fair,
memories
every
to
time I've
fight
said that,
and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality.
people go, yeah, no, you're right.
Reach hidden
No one's ever been
locations
like,
and discover
well, no, we
new
like Blight. They've
gameplay
always been like,
mechanics.
oh shit.
Blighted marks our studio's
Correct,
first
there is
venture
no Blight
into
in layers
3D,
deep. In fact,
allowing the art team to bring their designs to
part
a
of my
whole new
job
level as they craft gorgeously
to,
airy worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your
it's
way
like
through the maze of
the
long-dead
insane
civilizations,
rambling notes I've
manifested
written
nightmares,
for layers deep over the past
through
week.
minds
I've
carved
basically
into
figured out the
interior of
outline for the game.
petrified giants
And
scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has
part
a
of my
rich
job is
history
making sure that
with
everything
action
has
games,
logic.
From Guacamole to Cyber,
Don't really need to do that, I
Nobody
just
Saves the
decided
World.
to. So everything that
We're
attacks you has a
excited to
reason
craft
to,
another one
and
that
none
will
of it
put your
is,
skills
well,
to
they're
the
corrupted.
test. Blighted
You'll never
will
see
support
any of
full
that,
co-op
but it's
like
there.
many of our past games. And we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming
This
to
looks
have a
very
playable
cool.
demo
This
later
feels
this year.
like if it comes on
Wishlist
Switch,
the
it would be a
game
kind
on
of game that I would
Steam,
play on Switch.
Follow us on social media to make
Oh,
sure
hack my
you
phone,
don't
you know
miss
Resident Evil. Honestly, I feel like I need to watch it again.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outer Loop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases.
played the
Outer Loop
fuck
prides
out of
itself on
Falcon
being
Age.
a minority-led studio with a mission to create
Assuming
accessible
that's the
but
game that I think
meaningful
it is.
games about underrepresented cultures and themes. And this
Okay, no,
title
it's not.
is a
Sorry.
beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
It was I don't know what this game that I'm even thinking of is. I played the fuck out of this one game that's like, it was just like Falcon Combat. I played an insane amount of it. Thank you, Rogue 116.
No one cooks anymore.
Food in tubes? Yuck. I'm so hungry.
Oh, it's a cooking game? Very stylish, man. You are not gonna have the problem that we kind of had with Summer Game Fest, where a lot of these games look the same. Cool. Let them cook indeed. The Falconeer, yes, you're right, it is the Falconeer. That's the one that I played a shit ton of for no apparent reason.
Outer Loop Games,
Fucking
and I want to
destroyed
introduce
the
you to our
Falconeer.
new game, Dosa Divas, a spicy narrative-based
The Game Awards
RPG.
is now the place for big reveals.
Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons,
It's all about timing, right?
reconcile
So
with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye.
yeah, it's not
Double jump,
necessarily
drill,
like,
and
yeah, if
grapple
you
your
want to
way
announce
through
your
the
game in
world to
December.
discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends. Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat.
Who's going to present Layers Deep when that game gets announced? Has
Especially
already
when
been
you time
announced.
it right.
That said, I think we probably
Hitting
will
the
aim to do a
action
trailer at
button
a
as the hit lands amplifies your attack
Summer Game
damage
Fest
and
or a
strengthens your blocks
Day of the Devs.
against enemy attacks.
But
Use
yes,
boost
game
points
has been
at the
announced.
start of your turn to multiply
Thank you,
damage
Team
on
Jarena.
attacks and skills.
Yeah, it is from
Match enemy
Thickest
flavor
Thieves.
cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your
I do
reputation.
appreciate the culture of
Serve
food
up looks like
stuff.
customizing your Spirit Met goddess. Create your own spicy style with a custom wraps and accessories. Dosa Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
I would not have guessed it was a combat RPG from like the initial art style, but
cool. Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right?
All right,
Is it
all right.
A genre? Probably should be a genre. Here it
sometimes the game's announced Hobbit is lacking, and that's just the industry at times. Yeah, and I feel like that's a thing we kind of gloss over a bit more than we should. Like, they'll be like, shit showcase, Jeff. He can kind of only do what exists. He's like, it's not really that up to him, you know? Thank you, Ezio2077X. It's a great username. I really liked Hyperlight Drifter, but I fell off, I think, because I had trouble navigating. Like, I didn't finish it because I, like, just at one point didn't know where to go, and sometimes if you're busy, that can just knock you right off of something. But yeah, their art style is gorgeous. This also looks very pretty. Gorgeous, man.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished.
A game that properly exploits
In
my trauma of having
Possessors,
bad
you play
teachers
as
over the
Luca,
years. I'm so sorry.
a teenager from Senzu who
Had
was
some bad
injured
teachers.
in the
Had some very good
disaster.
teachers, though,
Luca
too.
was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On
They're
behalf
not
of the
also doing
team,
Warhammer
we're
with
all
Henry
very
Cavill?
excited
Yeah,
for
they
you
are.
to play Possessors, which comes out
Sorry,
later
what did I
this
miss?
year.
Did
In
I
the
say something
meantime,
about
you can
Fallout?
watch this Possessor on Steam.
Did this come up?
Or try Luca's new Demon
Oh,
Power
sorry, I
for
missed the
yourself.
message from
A
King
demo of
Jung.
the game
Cool.
will
I've read
be
Amazon is developing
available
Mass Effect
later
TV
today.
show. Yeah, I don't feel negatively about that.
Moonlighter
Amazon
hooked
is
me
also
with its
making
novel
the God of War
shopkeeping
TV show.
gameplay, its clean combat, and its satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel, including an expansive
very
3D
cute
world,
dress.
a big change from its previous pixelated form. I hope you're as excited as I am to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun.
Hi.
I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
The art is just so different
Moonlighter
than
2:
Indie
The
Space,
Endless
dude.
Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics. Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into a profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions,
Wow.
this entry begins in Tresna.
I'm
a
assuming
blood-brimming
that
town.
that previous
Here,
gameplay was
Will
from the
finds
first game. I
himself
haven't seen it
stranded
before.
after one of his
That's a
adventures.
big change.
He won't be alone though. Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds and both battles and looting take place.
People are doing anything with the Mass Effect setting.
From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics,
I'm not
enemies,
interested
and
in
rewards.
Mass Effect as a game
Combat
series
has been
anymore.
vastly improved,
Outside of those
with some
first
enemies
three, I'm good.
specialized
I
in
don't need to
ranged
play
weapons,
any more
while
Mass
others
Effect. I'm like
focus on
very
close
like,
combat.
if I'm done,
As
I'm
you
done,
clear
and
a
I'm done
room,
with Mass
several
Effect.
things can happen. You might find a perk in run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities.
I love the story of that first
The other
trilogy
option
though,
might
and I
sound
do
familiar
feel
to
like
veteran merchants, as you
that
can
one
also
won't
stumble
be
upon
hard
chests.
to adapt.
Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics.
I think that's
Depending
pretty
on where you
doable.
place them,
It could
relics
be
will
terrible,
unleash
obviously,
all
but
kinds of
I
effects.
feel like the story.
Backpack management will influence the outcome
It's
of
pretty
your
doable,
expeditions. Unlike in
you
the
know?
first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test.
It's cool. It's got some like
Take
bullet
the
hell
so-called Herald, for instance.
mechanics.
This is one of the first bosses of the game and shows how the combat has evolved
That's
in
cool.
the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart. It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on
I
your
like the art
loot
style a
and
whole
try
lot.
to get the best deals.
I'm about to replay the games
There are
again.
ways to
Yeah,
influence the outcome.
I wouldn't mind
For
replaying
now,
the Mass
all
Effect
I can
series. There's
say
got
is
too many
battle
fucking
hard, sell
games,
harder.
dude.
Well, there's
There are
actually
just too
something
many
I can
games.
already share with you.
I don't have
Just
time to
like the
replay
perks in the
anything. How does
dungeons,
anyone
you
have
can
any
also
time for
unlock special
remasters? I don't
effects
get
each
it.
time you open your shop.
I
They
want
can
to finish
potentially
Expedition
skyrocket
33,
your
and then I
profit,
want to go
unleashing
back and
powerful synergies
restart
and selling
Doom.
streaks. You never know what will happen when you
Playing
open
Hollow
your
Knight
shop, That's why we call
too
it
many
a
games.
shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited.
You're still gonna
as we
finish
are.
streaming Silent Hill 2 at
Please
some
stay
point.
tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2, The Endless World.
Finish Alan Wake
See
2
you
on
in
stream.
Hitman.
Yeah, you know, I haven't played the last chapter of that game.
Manifesto, Rejector,
I went to, and I don't think
Thomas
I
feels
actually ended up
driven to
finishing
advance our
it. Should I do
medium
it on
by
stream? The
creating
problem I was
games
having with
for new
streaming Alan
audiences
Wake
and to hopefully entice
is there's too
those
much
who might not
story,
be
and
usually
it made me
interested
not
in
pay
playing a
attention
video game
or
to
be
take
bad
an
at the game.
interest.
It was like one or the
Thomas
other. Like I was
creator of
overthinking
Please
puzzles or
Touch
like
the Artwork.
yeah.
This is Please
I
Watch.
think I finished it.
the
Maybe I
Artwork.
did. Should check.
Hi, welcome to Day of the Devs ASMR edition. My name is Thomas Waterzui, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings, where I explore what would happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third
What a
game,
cool thing
I
to
fell
do.
in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time,
I wonder
you're
how
not
this
gonna
works
be touching
legally.
artworks. You're just gonna be watching them. At night. Please Watch the Artwork is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, Mama. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies. However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around.
This is
spreading their
incredibly
sadness over all the paintings.
cool
You're gonna need a
conceptually.
good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this from happening. If you don't know Edward
Sometimes
Hopper,
I just have to power through it and get
no
games done. Just did that with Doom
You don't need to
2016.
know to be
I don't
able
have
to
that
enjoy the
problem.
game. But he's most famous for his painting Nighthawks.
Because I do get really addicted to
He
video
depicted
games, but
themes like loneliness and urban isolation.
there's just so
So
fucking
for me,
many.
it made
There are
sense
just
to
so
create
many
a
fucking
psychological
games.
horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look
In
at
Italy, the museum that
paintings.
owns the painting owns the
Hence the
copyright to that
spot the
painting, even if
difference
it's
gameplay.
500 years old. That's
There are
wild.
no jump scares in this game, and no monsters. The only things
That's
that are
wild.
chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt.
I work too much?
Maybe some
Yeah.
nostalgia towards
I
Hopper's
love the work I
America
do, though. It does
from
make
the
me really
early
happy.
20th century.
But I definitely do work too much.
Okay, you've got some clowns.
I haven't been working much
but they are
last
kinda
month. I went on
harmless.
like 2 vacations. I
It's
did
just
work on both
you,
of them, but not very
the
much.
night,
So I have
and the
tons of fucking work to
paintings.
catch up on right
I
now.
don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam.
Very cool.
However,
very, very
and
unique
don't
looking
tell
game.
this to anyone. It's probably gonna be around Halloween this year. Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
It's just so much more endearing. Just hearing game devs talk about the thing they made and like candidly
We've had a
explain
long time
them.
love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first Day of the Devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus. And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal,
Hey, what's
Canada, and are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day.
So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Phyla-Vell, and we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are
This
joining
was
the
also
fight.
in some gameplays, right?
Each
Also
hero
looks really cool,
have
yeah.
been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground. We also introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies.
I've never
For
been
level design,
a
we
side-scrolling
recreated
beat-em-up
iconic
kind of
Marvel
person
settings,
for whatever
such
reason.
as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha, the high-tech
don't know
mobile
why.
base of Shield Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary location across
Like
the
I always
cosmos.
think they look cool,
We
and
add
I'm
a
down
lot
to
of
play
fun
it in an
certain fan
arcade,
favorite references for you to
or for
find
a
out in
small
the
amount of
background.
time.
So keep a lookout.
As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as
I
a
guess there are
huge
just some
honor and a
video game
great
genres people bounce
opportunity
off of.
to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at
That
the
was
comic
dope
book shop
animation
or the
for Venom there.
arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim, co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste. With haunting and lovely music from Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez.
Oh my god,
And to
what a
boot,
fucking
an amazing
game.
group of human developers from Vancouver.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG and life sim, and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try to start over on a farm, a place where you can escape from all your problems and finally start fresh.
Didn't expect it to also
But
be a
it gets
farming sim.
darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god.
Whoa,
With your
okay.
sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using
is
your
really
very
cool.
own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new combat abilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular life sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set
Interesting.
your own pace, so you can choose when you want to
Cute.
fight, or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening to this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway
I
on
wouldn't know
Steam
how to tell
and
you if it
stay up
sounds
to
like my
date
kind
for
of game.
latest
That is like
announcements.
so much,
And thank you for watching.
so much game. Like every new sentence they said, I did not expect, which is fucking
It's
awesome.
time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. And since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter.
Hell yeah.
Please take a look.
Keep politics in video games. That's what I'm saying.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine? No, but also fast. Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed.
These
between
games
the
are all
West
so different,
Africa.
and it's so
The treaty
nice.
goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private.
There are literal
Our heist crew is made
comments
up of
in the
regular
live
people
stream chat that
who
say
band together to
DEI.
see these artifacts
It's
returned
a
to their
game
country of
made
origin.
by Africans.
Operating from a hideout. in
How's that
Johannesburg, South
DEI?
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious play, guy?
I mean, I guess
Are
they're
you
just
tired?
making it up at this point, but still.
Rest. We
They're
have
just
work
saying
to
it
do
just to say it,
tomorrow.
they don't even really mean it.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including
That's also a
human
thing for
remains
India for sure.
that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real. And, as of today,
I think this is
reside in
boss.
Western museums and private collections. Take,
Your
for
video
example,
game where
the
you take
Ngagi
back
drum,
their
a
history.
hugely
That's sick.
important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in
continent?
storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from, their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
I like that this is
Relooted
also
a
like you're gonna
combination
learn some
of
shit, right?
action
Which is cool.
and puzzle. Once you pick up a target
I saw a
artifact,
comment saying
the
the
alarm
protagonist in
triggers,
your Bond
and you
character
only have a
models do
certain
work.
time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan.
What?
And the
How?
action comes in executing it. The heists
How
are
could
made
he
up of
even be
3
woke?
phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what
I can't
obstacles
even
you'll
guess.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you
These
up
people don't
to
like
the
video
next
games. Everyone keeps fucking.
In phase
They just
2,
don't like video
you
games.
roam
They
the
fucking
level,
hate video games.
carefully
What do you-
avoiding
why are you
tripping
even
the alarm
pretending?
and
You
preparing
don't like
your
video
escape
games.
route.
Shut up. You literally fake gamers.
In phase 3,
Damn, sick.
you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home.
The gameplay looks fucking awesome.
Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series
That looks
X
rad!
and S. You can wishlist it now.
Remember Patapon, that charming series of games about those little
Patapon.
dudes walking around doing stuff and making music?
Yes.
Well, there's a sequel. Well, kind of a sequel. It's a spiritual successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタポンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしております小谷博樹と言います。
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める坂尻和人と
Ratatan.
申します。
Ratatan. Yeah, that's what it is. That's a really cute like follow-up name to
そして
Patapon.
大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外は
Sick. Clockwork Orange
常
poster.
に
Very nice. Very nice.
ラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
It does look super different.
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか、可愛らしい
You
ファ
thought
ン
too
アー
much
トに
about
はい
artifacts
つも
white nations that
励
have
まされ
stolen
てい
from
ま
other
す。
white nations. Yeah, I think it
プロ
was
デュー
like,
サーとして
don't quote me on
日
this
々
because
こ
I
の
don't remember
業界の
exactly,
苦
but
しさを感じております。ですが、
if
こ
you
の
were
よ
to
うに自分たち
value
の好き
all
な
of
ゲーム
the
が作れる
things
ことに
that
日々喜びを感じていま
the
す。
British stole
我
from
々イン
India,
ディーチームですので、まだまだ皆
it's
さんの支援
billions
が
upon
必要となり
billions
ま
of
す。
dollars if they were to
今日
return
は
it.
新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたの
It
で、
would like
ぜ
impact
ひご覧いた
their
だきたいと思
economies
います。
significantly
では
if they were to
どう
return
ぞ。
it. And we should never address any of that shit. It's crazy. This is very stylish. Technically, Britain stole India itself, but that's true. Interesting. explains the English theft of India. Yeah, I feel like it's also a thing where India's really erased from World War II. You just like, I feel like every time you see a movie, it's just all whites, as though there weren't loads of other races also there. That said, I actually don't remember if it's World War I or II. One of them. Indians are just erased all the time.
Day of the Devs そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして乾杯
Oh wow,
This
yeah,
next
the
game,
Splitgate
led by
guy,
the
Bravo just
legendary
messaged me
Warren
and said the
Spector
Splitgate
of
guy is
Epic
getting
Mickey
destroyed,
and
and he totally
JSX
is.
fame is a totally new take
Which
on
doesn't
stealth.
really surprise
This
me.
talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to
Yeah.
play it.
Wow, yeah,
Hi,
he's getting
I'm
fucking
Warren
roasted.
Spector,
Damn.
Chief Creative Officer at Other Side Entertainment.
It's brutal.
At Other Side, we don't play it safe. We take chances. We tackle hard problems. And we do what's right for games and gamers. And what's right now is Thickest Thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game. Unlike
Ew.
any action or stealth
They
game
tear it
you and
apart.
your
Hang on, let
friends
me
have
see if I can pull it up.
experienced before. Response to the idea and what we've been able to show has been terrific. The team behind the game is so excited by the response that we wanted to show you more. So here's an early pre-alpha sneak peek at Other Side's upcoming player-powered game, Thickest Thieves.
So we're trying to have
Yeah.
all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, it's
of
15
an
minutes.
Immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing,
You'll be alright.
vision cones, and
He's
timing
getting
your
absolutely
movements with
fucking
them.
destroyed.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up
Picking your way
on
through a
Blue Sky, but it
dark
won't load.
The X factor to me, however,
Maybe because it's signed in, yeah.
probably the
Sign in because I
presence
sent you
of
the DM.
other players in the same game.
We were right, I told you.
I mean, yeah, it was
Thing
not a
is,
good thing to
I
say.
could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing.
Sorry, pausing you for a sec there, love. It's just my friend's doing it, really. It's Janet. So, for whatever reason, I didn't, like, register that hat as anything. Like, I know what it is, obviously.
First-person shooter's great again.
Yeah, but I didn't, like... It didn't mean anything to me. I just went, no. Like, I just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of playing the same Halo again and again.
That's what
I'm not
I-
selling it by dunking on another part. Yeah, I agree with you on that for sure.
And the fact that he trashed COD and then just showed a battle royale. Cool.
Well, yeah, it's also he made Halo Portal. you did combine two games. Jacob, well, if I was a dev and I had spent years working on a game and my boss went on stage and looked like this much of a jackass, I'd be so pissed. Yeah, true. Make FPS great again announces a battle royale. Can't make this shit up. You're a dev who'd spent years working with this guy. You can bet he made sure you knew what he thought of. Well, yeah, that's true. That just killed Splitgate 2 stone dead. I mean, nah, most people won't notice, I don't think. He's the CEO, I didn't realize that.
Remember how I told you when I don't like...
Yeah. I'm so passive. Like, I was like, game's good.
I actually felt bad because I was like, oh, I just went after someone. And I told... Remember I said, I'm spinning it out that I don't like you. Remember I said that on your stream?
Yeah.
And I felt bad. I was like, what am I doing? I could probably bump into this guy on the weekend. Why am I doing public beef? And then watching this, I was like, oh.
It is a choice. The hat is a choice. I didn't register that as meaning that he's like a MAGA supporter, though. Am
No,
I
I
wrong?
didn't.
That's not really what that means, right?
People have done something great again. Like, people have used that slogan.
Yeah, I didn't take that to
progressively
mean...
as well, like as a play on it. But my thing was, what I didn't like was the edgelord behavior.
shitting
and the
on
fact that he mentioned an IP by name in a negative. I'm tired of playing Call of Duties. Why did you have to say it like that? Why couldn't you have made it more generic? You don't do that. And I
again,
think-
while also that a lot of people work really hard on those games. You don't have to play them. You don't need to try and
You're
pretend you're
cool.
better than them.
Yeah.
It's just not necessary. I definitely agreed with you on that. Again, I'm just so passive, I think.
And then he swore for no reason, just to be like extra
Real
edgy.
edgelord vibes. Imagine being a kid watching video games evolve before your very eyes, finally getting into the industry after years of hard work, landing a job where you basically program server error messages and then your boss unloads full. Yeah.
Call of Duty's so boring though. Yeah, but to you, it's boring. I really enjoyed the new Black Ops.
I also, you're
and
allowed
the
to...
omnidirectional. You're allowed to
You're
not
allowed...
care.
No, you're allowed to criticize Call of Duty. Just don't do it if you work in the industry as a marketing tactic.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. You're allowed to say you don't like COD. That's completely
You
fine.
can't say McDonald's is shit, eat my Burger King.
Right.
You can
Right.
complain about the state of fast food. I think it's a poor show, and he deserves to get dunked on.
It's unprofessional. Rage bait for marketing. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely trying to pander to the worst people in video games, right? I'm sure the Twitter response is, "Oh, that was sick, bro. For real, bro."
Wendy's does that all the time, and I hate it. I hate corporations marketing this idea of using swear words and being edgy, but they're just doing the same thing as the other companies. They're just trying to be relatable, like Duolingo and all of that stuff. It really winds me up because it's just corporate shilling, trying to talk like, you know,
It really
Gen
didn't-
Z and
this
shit.
really did not occur to me.
What?
That like people would take it as like him supporting MAGA.
No, I think that's a leap.
Yeah, I really didn't make that
That's a
connection
leap.
at all.
I didn't get that. I just didn't like. I didn't like his presentation. I didn't like his vibe. It made me not want to play his game.
Basically spitting in the face of your entire game dev team by associating openly to right-wing dumbfucks. I didn't take that either. Am I crazy? That I didn't make that I didn't think it was right-wing. I just thought it was unprofessional.
Yeah, you are on Blue Sky though. I literally said I didn't like reading racist Indian things, and I got told, "Yeah, well, why are you lot racist towards black people?" And I was like, "What are we doing?"
The whole internet is that, though. I don't think that's a Blue Sky thing. Fine. I really like talking to people on Blue Sky because it's really people are much more rational than they are in other places on the internet.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, walking on stage with a baseball bat is also pretty cringe, but like do whatever you want. But I do think the choosing to shit on other teams is the thing that I don't like. Splitgate 2 dev called out the stated shooters while wearing a Trump joke hat at a summer game fest. Meanwhile, Ice Raid led to clashes with protesters just blocks for him? Really? I did not know that was going on right now.
Type Splitgate.
Yeah, I tried to do that before, but it didn't
Now
load.
you're logged in though.
I feel like being friends with Markiplier is a very weird experience because he just shows up fucking everywhere. You just see Mark's face. The dude that announced Splitgate 2 at SGF is a fucking loser. I'm not playing Splitgate 2 after seeing that guy's fucking hat. Man, the hat did not make me think anything.
Read with me. I didn't like the idea of bashing other IP to prop yours up, and I didn't like his.
Am I being dumb that I went
I don't know.
the hat? Whatever. I really didn't think anything of it. Splitgate 2 guys excommunicado from the Halo community. We don't. Hey, that Splitgate 2 guys' vibes were kind of off. Splitgate 2 is worse than in almost every way than the first game. Yeah, I've actually largely played the first game, which again I thought was sick. I have not played very much the second. If ever, maybe. I don't know. I think I have.
What do you think he's doing right now? Is he looking at his phone or text is going off, going, "Oh," or is he doesn't care?
He's done this intentionally. It's all intentional. He knew, right? So the attitude, the shitting on other, because I think again I just didn't make the connection.
Don't MAGA like COD?
Do MAGA like COD? It's that he's not catering to MAGA. He's catering to right-wing gamer dudes.
Yeah, don't they love COD?
No. They hate COD because they'll play it, but they hate it because they go, it's the same every year.
That's
Fuck
where
COD.
they're allowed to go and say slurs.
That is true. But no, they claim to hate it because it's the same every year. But I would say they do play COD, but it's probably the only game they play because it's the dumbest thing about trying to pander to those dudes is they don't really play games. They just bitch about them. They're not going to sell you anything.
Also, make FPS great again. As someone who's my chosen genre is
Doom
FPS.
just came out.
I was about to say, you got to drop a Doom trailer to justify wearing that fucking hat.
Damn, I really did not take it that seriously, but I guess I wasn't.
You're on Blue Sky though. What does X say? You're going to get completely different type of
I guess I could check.
read.
This would be the first time I opened Twitter in a while.
Just type Splitgate.
The harassment app.
Before you read any of this shit. Straight away look stellar.
Got a lot of messages on there. Okay, this is the Twitter version. Best gunplay since Halo 3, because Halo plays not the... Okay, so it's that they think it's a Nazi slogan. That's interesting.
Imagine Dragon's song in a battle royale mode. Get the fuck
Oh, yeah,
out
the
of
game
there.
that I expected to be there wasn't there either, by the way.
That's annoying, but
I mean,
after
this is
his
funny.
iconic edgy shit, he goes on a show, a trailer with playing
Imagine
Imagine
Dragons
Dragons.
music. That is funny. There are other amazing FPS games out there not headed by AAA studios that have unique... I mean, that is true. Yeah, Stella has a Snap Aim podcast. I think she mostly talks about FPS. She's very good at them. Yeah, I absolutely agree on this. You can show off your game without insulting other devs.
That was my point.
That is the issue, for sure. I also agree, like, I did think Splitgate was sick when I played it, but I also... I'm in agreement that it isn't terribly unique. It is Halo Portal. He's not doing anything that different.
Rahul popped up with the drama on cue. Well, just because I felt bad, because I was like, I usually I run my mouth a lot, right? And sometimes I say things on streams, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel that way. I'm in a mood, or I'm hungry, and then I've said something, and I've said it about someone or something that's only like a couple of degrees of separation from people I know. I'm an actor, so like I sat there and I thought about. I was like, I'd think about the stream afterwards, right? While I was having a cigarette.
Yeah.
I was like, that was good. There was everything was harmless. There was nothing said that was controversial. Oh, I did pop off at that dude though. I outwardly was like, fuck the dude, I don't like him. And then when I went on my social media, I was like, oh, I just had the popular take.
Yeah. You certainly did, yeah. People are not happy with this dude. I wonder what his name is. I have no idea. I don't know anything
Chad.
about that studio, really. You reckon he's Chad?
Wick.
It's so dumb that you can't just read quote tweets now because Elon got so sensitive about being dunked on so much.
What do you mean?
You have to go view post engagements and then quotes. You can't just read quote tweets easily.
Oh.
That happened a while ago.
He's
shitty mechanic is on this.
Elon Musk is the biggest pussy-o. I love that he's said Trump's a pedophile, right? He's on Epstein's list. And everyone's like, oh, so you were cool with it until he was mean to you.
Also, we knew that.
Yeah, but
who didn't
the fact
know
that
that?
he's like, by the way, the guy that I was endorsing, he was a
Pedophile.
nonce. I knew all this a while.
Lol, pedophile, like that's a funny thing to share.
It's not a dunk. We're not
So
having you
so
back,
funny,
Elon.
bro.
No one's buying a Tesla. We're not having you back. We just want you both to fight and destroy each other.
I keep seeing people like wonder how quickly the left is going to start
We're
supporting
not.
Elon again. Absolutely
We're
the
not.
fuck not.
He did Nazi salute, man. He says
Never
that
happening.
He can go fuck himself.
This is a good point. I think every indie dev should have to work at least one AAA gig so we stop getting morons to think it's a battle between the two. Because I do feel like that happens sometimes. We're like, we're indie, we make better shit. But the only way you could say that is if you don't know what it's like to make a AAA game. You have zero perspective of what it's like.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the logic just doesn't make any sense. yeah, this is really funny. He did all this to announce a battle royale mode with Imagine Dragons playing as background music. That is really funny. All that for Imagine Dragons.
But it makes sense.
It
You
does.
don't actually drop dope shit and have dope opinions and like and look like that.
Well, I don't think it's about the way he looks.
His name is not actually Chad.
No, yeah, we don't think his name's actually Chad. The Dems are already in the news today for putting an effort together to court Elon, like officially. I think that's a lie. I did see it though. But I mean, the Dems don't count. They're not the left. They're a fucking American political party. They're all corrupt. But I mean, the left aren't gonna fucking take Elon
Christ,
back.
if you're one of the people working for this game, this must break your heart today. Right?
Yeah, it is.
You gotta be like, bruv. But then they probably knew he was like that anyway. So they probably knew going on stage, they were like, what's he gonna do? You know when you know, innit? You work with people and you're like, God, I hope they're gonna fucking pull some bullshit
Yeah,
today.
yeah. I bet you that's how everyone at Gearbox feels.
Oh, his name's
Like,
Ian.
Fuck. Very funny to wear this hat and then release another battle royale. Yeah. 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 No, Dem officials are actually talking about reaching out to Elon. Yeah. So what I'm saying is Dems don't count as the left. Like the news report that I read on that seemed fake.
That's based.
But B, Dems don't count. They're
Correct.
an American political party.
Ask-
They're not the left.
Yeah, ask them how they feel about Israel-Palestine.
Yeah, they're middle. They're center-right, if anything. They're not the left. Jeff enabled this, or did he not know?
Nah.
I think Jeff is extremely impartial, which is part of his like long-term success. But also, I would guess he wouldn't have known. Oh gosh, sorry. Dems talking about also doesn't count. Yeah, I mean they talk about everything and do fucking nothing.
The funny thing is with indie, the word, what it means to art and media, humility goes such a long way in indie because we know that you don't have the same resources. It's a very funny how this is the way we do it. Yeah. Of all the things, if Hugo did that on Bethesda on QuakeCon, I'd have been like, yeah, all right, bruv. You're about to do Doom.
And they make Doom.
Because that's what 2016 was. 2016 vibes was what this guy is trying to achieve. Which
but
was,
they didn't have to say
are
it.
you tired of the same army story and the triggering of the cinematic where you slide down a tanker that's, that's what we were getting again and again and again. We still get them, sure. But like they were like, do you just want to like run strafe? Do you want to just do away with over-convoluted storyline? Make FPS great again? But then just to drop his mode was insane. What was I just saying about what did I just say?
I don't listen. You're too pretty. I just look at you. Don't listen to anything you say.
Oh, indie humility. We know that in indie film and indie studios, they don't have the same resources as AAA game studios and big blockbuster movies. We know that, so we already champion them, and we want David to beat Goliath. We love it. We love an indie, and we love that they're trying to do something with a smaller studio.
Mm-hmm.
When you come out with that energy, it makes your indie. It takes away
your indie. Yeah.
It hurts your indie so much.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to pick apart something that doesn't have the same resources. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I didn't get
So when
Could you try?
Siri said,
oh, Siri.
No, what do you mean?
Yeah, I just mean that we are rooting for indie.
Yeah.
And the second you do something like that, you came on the stage with EA vibes.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But he came on it's that his, what am I trying to say? I just mean that, yeah, it goes like you root for games like that rather than just go and spend your $60 with COD. Rather than do that, why do you go to a game
You
that
root
is
for an
slightly
indie game when it's like humble and aware that it's got a
Right.
harder role, and when you come on and you go, here's my dick.
I could go to a triple. I could just buy Doom the Dark Ages and be done with it. I could just go to the big guys and get my dopamine hit from them. But I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to invest in a smaller team. I'm going to invest in a game that might not have the highest graphical fidelity because of the studio, and assets, and Tom Hardy, and all of the bells and whistles. And that humility that they have on stage makes you want to help them support their product. When you do that, you're like, fuck your indie.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is...
I think. I'm trying to process one. You know what I mean.
That their ego cuts through the appeal of the struggle of independence in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because
all this did was made me want to go play Black Ops today.
The triumph should be about like how hard it is to make a game. And again, like I said, I don't think you should be allowed to have these stances if you've never worked on a AAA game. Because it's just so, like, people will be like, fucking AAA can't do it. You have no idea why. Like, people blame the dev teams on AAA games all the time. Again, and I'm always like, don't blame the fucking devs, blame the publishers. Like, I've said that 1,000 times over, and it's true. It's like...
Or Dev Patel.
I just went from... Yeah, blame him.
No, don't blame.
I just went from working in a AAA studio to working on a tiny indie team, and the difference in stuff that I can do is wild. Like, working in AAA, even though I didn't even have this experience because I worked at one of the best, but it's like... It's just constantly being told no, or like constantly being like put into a box because of the way that like the funding system works, because you're making fucking $200 million games.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You don't have that problem in indie. And the perspective when you've done it versus like the way people talk about it is very specific. I have so much sympathy for all AAA devs. They're not trying to make something shit ever. Concord is not the dev team's fault. It's stupid. You just seem cocky and arrogant, not something I associate with indie. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
It's like he's there for his ego, not for the love of the craft. Yeah, because I guess part of it is like indie studios, usually they do feel like, okay, yeah, that's what you're saying about the EA thing, is it usually feels like indies are doing it because they love something. Being that cocky about it makes it seem like it's for competition or for bragging rights, which is not the reason you make independent art.
No, and again, like I said, I think with independent art, like I said, when your resources are thinner, you are effectively, in my opinion, especially because we're all consumers, right? They're all trying to sell something. You're effectively saying, hey, we know that you can play GTA 6 next year. We know that you can spend your entire year bouncing from one AAA experience to the other, and they're all going to be fantastic. They have, massive studios and massive resources. We'd love you to come away from the juggernauts that are Call of Duty and alike, and check out what we're trying to do here. We're trying to do something just a little bit different. Yes, side by side, ours might not necessarily... We can't reach those highs.
Mm-hmm.
Just like an indie movie. Yeah, we don't have the budget for special effects to compete with Marvel. We get that. We know that that's what we are trying to give you is a heartfelt, passionate experience made for gamers by gamers. And we hope that we are, but that, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, my only issue with it is that I don't like the idea that indies should have to be humble to be respected.
Not humble to be respected. I'm saying that like, they are in some way, they're in a world where they can get quite easily swallowed up.
Yeah.
Right?
And do, yeah.
And they do. And because how does an indie film compare to the next Marvel movie, right? It's that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So being likable, being approachable, being passionate, I don't know that indie can ride on that, like.
Yeah, I mean, he got rid of the...
That's why I meant he had EA. He has big tech balls.
Well, someone just said
Elon
this,
vibes.
which is... I looked it up. Splitgate 1 received $100 million from venture capital after the first game, which is not the fucking indie experience. So maybe he's not acting like an indie because he kind of never has been. That's wild. Be confident without being cocky. Don't necessarily need humility, but need respect. Yeah, I think the issue is that he got rid of the... I also would love Titanfall 3. He got rid of the hello TTV gaming. He got rid of the fight for the little guy thing that you often have with indies.
That's what I mean. And that's what I'm saying, right? He did that and it makes you critique and want to pull apart.
Okay,
something.
what have you got then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you with indie sometimes, and it's easier to be picked apart on that type of scrutiny. If you come out with your balls out, with your dick out, going we fuck, and these things don't fuck anymore, and you go what do you got, and then you show us that without that ego would have been more enticing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And that's what I mean by with indie. If you come out with
player's
indie
gonna
with your
do.
big
Are they
fucking
gonna
dick
actually
out,
pickpocket me,
and you
making,
go, we have the best
situations that
fucking
are
special effect.
so
Move
fun. Something
blockbusters
that
don't
won't
fucking
happen
hit
in
man
another
what we
map
do,
ever
and then
again.
it's some
I think
guy
that's the thing that I'm
recording on
looking
a
most
fucking
forward
So
iPhone.
why do people not feel that way about
feel like
Joseph
a real
Faris's
master of
Fuck the
stealth
Oscars?
or deceit or cunning.
Joseph Faris, the creator
because
of
I'm not just outsmarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying,
games that
but
we've been playing.
it's an actual human being that I'm getting
Joseph
the best
Faris.
of.
Sex
So one of our core
Sex
design
detective.
pillars
No,
in Thickest Thieves
I'm not looking
is
at the
to
chat.
play with your ears.
The
And to me, that
multiplayer
means a
studio
lot
games, they
as
just
audio
make
director,
multiplayer
because
games.
you understand your
Mini
surroundings
games.
at all times. You understand where you are on
He's
the
got
map.
charm
You
and
can
he's
hear where other
endearing.
thieves are. You can hear other
he's
threats
funny
like
about it?
guards.
He's just
You can
endearing.
also
Funny?
be
Because
able
he's
to tell, like,
eccentric.
oh, I'm in this quiet
Yeah, he
environment,
didn't
and I
just
can hear
seem like
outside.
he-
It's
He's
very
super
loud.
passionate
So
about
I'm
what
thinking
he
to myself,
makes.
wow,
He's
okay, if
super
it's
passionate
raining
about
and
what
there's a
they're doing, because
thunderstorm,
co-op is
maybe that can mask
dying.
some
I
of
guess
my
it's also
sounds,
that
so I can kind of go
the
in
Oscars
undetected.
is big budget, and he's
but
so
the
he's not
Oscars-
saying fuck.
The
And a lot
Oscars
of this
is
is not
fake.
faked. If you hear a train
Yeah.
in
They
the
just
background
and that
in
we
the
always knew
distance,
it.
Yeah.
there's
It's
actually a
bullshit,
train
and it's
passing by
and what
in
we're
the world.
required to do to even get to get nominations
Every thief for
is
themselves,
wine
right?
and dine.
You know, thieves going
Old
at
men.
it 1v1v1.
It's bullshit,
one thing
and
that
they
I really
also
like to
just
do is kind of
mandated
stay
that people
back
have
in
to
the
physically
shadows and
fucking watch
everyone
the
go
films
at
because
it.
they weren't even
People are
watching
falling
them.
into
They
my
just
traps,
didn't do
and
it.
then
just watch
just
the scene,
waiting
you
for
know,
the right
Oscars
moment
to me
see
is
it.
McDonald's. The Oscars isn't. Yeah, it's not a peer exactly, but the guy you're talking about, Split Fiction and stuff like that. Yeah,
So
he's-
every
Okay,
match is always
his
fresh
his
to me.
point was
The
also
weather
different. Joseph Faris'
changes,
point
the
when he was
locations
saying
of
that
the
was
clues or the loot,
fuck the
guard
big
patrols,
systems,
and
support
of
the
course
little guys.
the players
So
Yeah,
like it's
exactly.
kind of the
on
opposite
their
point.
own
Yeah.
separate
This game
quests.
looks very
So
cool.
Really,
Is this
anything can
VR?
happen.
I'm not sure, but it looks very cool.
I don't know what hat is she wearing.
You know, we've been working on this game for a while now.
It looks really
I'm
cool.
just
Whatever
totally
this is
stoked
very
that
like
other people
Dishonored
are
kind
excited
of
about
vibe.
it too.
I agree with that.
I
I
really
know
want
that's
to get this
fucked,
game in
but
front
you
of
said
more players
he's
as
not
soon as we
American,
can,
which
and I'm
helps,
hoping that
and
many of you will sign up for a
unfortunately, that does
playtest.
fuck.
We'd
That
love to get your
sucks,
feedback on the
but
game,
it's
and
true.
we'd love to show
Because
you
he's a
what we've
quirky
been putting
European,
together over
right?
here.
No, where is
So,
he from?
Thank you very much.
This is a new title from
Joseph
a longtime
Faris?
collaborator.
I
of ours,
assumed he was
both at Double
European.
Fine
He's
Presents,
lovely,
where
by
we
the way.
publish their
Big
game
fan. He's a
kids,
really
and
nice
here
guy.
at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted
Joseph
titles
Faris
like Time Flies.
is
Here's a
Lebanese
first look at
Swedish,
their new game,
Swedish. There you
Pocket
go.
Boss.
Yeah.
and we love him. But like he shits on the big publishers, but like
Hi,
he's
I'm
publishers,
Mario.
not
I'm roughly half of a
Other
small
games.
studio
Devs
called
or
Playables,
games,
based
yeah.
in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like
Like, he
Plug
didn't
and
go,
Play and Kids.
"Fuck Diablo,
But now
that's
I'm
not
looking
fucking
forward to
co-op,"
show you something brand new.
and then
Pocket Boss.
show his one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pocket
Because
Boss
then you
is
go,
a short
"Bruh."
game
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah, I'm
small
with you, I'm with you, I'm
joys
with you.
of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface.
I don't think you
will
can't
get
criticize.
all
Just
kinds
understand
of
whatever you say
requests.
will evoke a reaction. Chris Judge made that joke about Campaign Link COD a few years ago.
Be
That's
smart.
true,
Erase
because it felt
competitors
more
with
like
one
a
swipe
And I
of the
criticized you. I didn't say I
Navigate the
didn't like
stock
it.
market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard
But
problems.
it felt more like a joke.
Your boss will verify
than-
if everything looks correct, and most
Yeah, I don't
importantly,
know.
beautiful.
I do think that if you're advertising something,
But
that
as
you
you
shouldn't
do
shit
all
on.
that, the charts start to get a life of
You
their
shouldn't shit on
own.
it.
It's just a good
You
practice.
go
There's
wild.
reason
Will you be able to tame them?
There are.
Just,
Or maybe
it's just
even
a
find
I'm
your
fucking
own
better than you.
satisfaction
Just
on your
why
way
would
to
you ever do that?
success?
I worked with an actor for a few years who publicly
Pocket
talked
Boss
shit
is
about
an
other actors
intimate
during the
encounter with Data
Yeah.
exploring the secret life of
Yeah.
And I was like, you're a good actor.
The game
but
will
you're
come out later this
criticising
year.
people you're not fit to fucking shine their shoes. And it makes your acting, once you hold that light up,
You can
you
get
are a
more
good actor, but when you
information
run
and
your
the link
mouth
to the Steam
about
page
people who
on
have accomplished more, it makes me go,
pocketboss.ch.
actually, let's re-review how
This
good of an actor
autobiographical
you are.
game is all about
'Cause now
food and our
you're
complicated
talking yourself
relationship
into a
with what we
comparison.
eat and what we see when looking at
And
the
that's what I meant by that, with
Its
that
unique
humility
gameplay
and stuff like that. When you
unpacks the
talk a big
frustration
game,
and even the
and
strange
you do
humor
that,
of cooking,
it makes
eating,
people do
working out,
comparisons.
and
now I'm comparing
we finally have a
what
release
you
date.
just boo-booed, which is
Hi,
COD, to
I'm
your
Jenny.
game.
Hi,
It ain't gonna
I'm
hold up.
AP. We're the
You don't have the
co-directors of
resources.
Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand
What was the
Prize
name
at
of that?
2025
The most
Independent
anticipated
Games
game of the year again? I don't
More
remember.
importantly,
I don't even know what it looked like.
it's about
dude.
to get its release
Arc.
date announced at Day of the
Rev-
Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
I don't know that that'll be food. Think about
Did you feel like a complete
just did that
jerk
because
and
someone
or a
was calling
loser
me.
in high school?
I'm really
Well, I
hungry
did.
and
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian.
push,
My
because I won't be able
grades
to
were a
digest the
toilet
tuna
emoji.
before
Furthermore,
That's
zero
insane.
European
Throw up. You'll
museums
be fine.
have ever
Food
yet
outside.
featured an exhibit of my
just
art.
pushing
So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot.
People get benefit
That's
of the
where
doubt for
you
their
come
talent, so
in.
they use up all
Are
their benefit.
you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
I think a lot of people don't get benefit of the doubt for their talent,
Jenny
to be
with
clear.
new goals.
I don't think
and
that's
not
largely
enough
true.
time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the
It's
player,
not Boob
must
Fest, it
manage
was
her
Summer
schedule by
Games
making
Breast.
meticulous
Summer Games Breast,
decisions
yeah.
about how to spend her free time.
Should have had more
Activity
tits.
costs
We can
more
all
boosts,
agree, Jeff.
different
Can
you
you
can have
use
some more
that as
tits.
your title
Activities
for the
often involve
video?
mechanically hilarious minigames.
Summer Games
In
Breast.
Consumi,
because
putting
then people
food
won't be
on
able to
your
find it
lunch
if they
plate
look
is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also
The
wear a
Splitgate guy was
special
like every
outfit that
sales
results
guy
in
at a
your
sales
mom
conference.
giving you more money if
Yeah,
you
the
clean
vibe.
bathroom.
The vibe is certainly.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
I
This
think the
part
worst
is
thing you
based
can
on
be
real
in
life, by
Britain
the way. 1 out
is
of
the
every
David
16
Brent,
times I walked
Alan
my
Partridge.
dogs over the past 4
this little
years,
fucking
I've
Pomeranian.
encountered a crisp
Look at him go.
20
And
on
the worst
ground.
salesman you can be in America is John.
Can you win the heart of the boy
Yeah.
of your dreams?
Like
Can
the
you
Steve
hold on to
Coogan,
it?
you know,
Can
the Alan
chart a course
or
toward a
David
sustainable
Brent thing.
future? Can
Yeah.
you
Makes
fit
us
just
cringe
one
when we're
more
like,
to-do
fuck.
goal
Yeah,
on your
I feel
plate?
you.
Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out
very
yourself when
Silicon Valley
Consumi
type.
comes
Yeah,
to
I
Steam
mean-
on September 25th, 2025.
Again, it didn't bother me that
Please
much, but I
wishlist
think
it
I'm like
as soon as you can.
perpetually
Seriously, at the
unbothered.
rate of $20 per 16 dog walks, it is going to take
I've
me
become so passive because I just get
1,095.89
harassed
years
so
to
much
earn
at this point that I think I'm always like,
$1 million, and we need to
like
make
I'm just
another
like,
game
fine, bro,
after this.
whatever. No, I said something.
Thanks.
No.
Sometimes great games can go unnoticed. If you're lucky, maybe you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like
Hello,
Undertale.
Mando.
That's exactly what happened with this game.
You can just see his waggly
Originally
tail behind
released
me.
in
That's so cute.
2008,
Look at it.
And now
Look at
seeing
it
a
go.
release on Steam and Switch. This is awesome.
Can you take mine out?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost.
Oh, that's mine.
A Brussels-based
Child.
comic book artist and creator of
Acha.
the game of.
He's standing out because the show was so wholesome otherwise. Yeah, I guess he was the only one who brought that energy. It was very
Of the game
2017.
I made
He was
15
very
years
like
ago when I was still
old
a
edge
big,
lord
sweetie,
kind of, and
drooling
that's definitely a
Twilight.
thing.
He was like
It's a Japanese
Elon standing on
inspired
stage with a
RPG
chainsaw.
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
control
yeah,
a
yeah.
baseball
I get it,
bat
I get it, I get
chasing
it.
ghosts in a cubic, strange world.
You're
I
not
made this
throwing a pretty
game
party, I'm
with no
sorry.
other
A lightning
ambition
rod for that.
than
Ah, it's
to
fine.
create
It
something
really is
funny
fine.
to show my friend and a few people
But it has
online.
made me like I
But
said,
it
very
got out of my control.
like
and
people
became
sometimes will be like,
everything.
no, Alana, that is
The reason
harassment,
that
and I'm
the
like,
game
hear him
is
out.
somehow cursed. It harbors
I'm just,
a
I don't know,
diabolical
my
force
perspective's very
that I
weird.
can
on
destroy. I ask you please.
Oh, I was just
not
saying
to
how like
do
I think because I get harassed so much, I've become so passive to like anything like that because those
Hi, I'm
types
Jack
of people
Murphy, a dev
come
on
at me all the time, and I'm like,
I'm Ryan Allier,
you know,
and
whatever.
the studio
Don't hump.
director. It's been a pleasure to work with
He
Mortis
humped
Ghost to
because
bring
he
awesome
smelled the
fans
food.
old and new.
He's
Office
been humpy
inspired many
lately.
Indie RPGs
Oh, no,
over
I
the
can't
years,
have these
such
fries.
as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby.
He says, and then
Off
eats a
was
fry
a big
immediately.
inspiration to me and Undertale,
This is bad.
and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th
Fuck
time. Oh.
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we've worked
Your mum
hard to
said I
preserve
can't
its
review
original
any
spirit
tweets.
as we
I
bring
do
it to
love how
modern
different every
platforms.
single game
In
looks.
addition, Mortis Ghost has
Huge
designed
props.
6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat.
I did like at the start,
We're
Jeff
proud
pointed
to
out
announce
diversity of
Off's
the games
release
that's up
date
this year,
for Nintendo
but
Switch and
it was the
Steam.
same problem I had with that exact same thing last year. It was a sponsored segment. You know when everyone was like, when's he gonna address layouts? And he finally did it. He did it in a fucking sponsored segment. Whatever, I know he's like very... Part of his success is in his apoliticism. And I do like Jeff, to be clear. I like Jeff Keighley as a person. Like
And
I
now,
love talking to
a world
Jeff.
premiere
like,
from a studio.
I'm happy
based
every
in
time I
Quebec.
see him. Like
Game Team
I'm
6.
Charles seeing him this weekend,
This is
and I
their
like
second
like
game
Jeff.
together, and it's one of those where the title
I
kind of
love it.
tells you all you really
We
need
read
to
that.
know.
We did
Has
that
you sold before
thing
you've
together
even
for
seen
Netflix.
Pixel.
Yeah.
Please enjoy your first look.
I do also think he's
Tire
good for the industry. What he does is really hard, and he just fucking
Hi,
does it because he loves
I'm
video
Corey
games.
Martin.
I
I'm
went to
Thomas
laugh at
Tobin.
dirty shit.
And I'm Andy Chmalenko.
Yeah,
We're
I think we've said
co-creators
this
of
before,
Game
but
Team 6,
literally
a
the
small
only
studio
tweet where
from
Jeff Keighley
Canada
has ever
making
sworn.
heartfelt games with big ideas.
Unless it's like changed.
We're so
in
excited
response to
to
Raffle.
introduce you
The
to
only
Tire
one.
Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Hey, yo.
Tire Boy is fast and nimble,
Big
leaping through lush
007
environments,
boss
solving
knight, shut your
environmental
fucking mouth.
puzzles, and taking on heroic battles.
I don't understand. What's wrong
All
with
while
that?
helping locals and uncovering his own past.
Tyreboy may be the last of his kind.
I
He
don't
was
get
lost
it.
as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how
I
he
think
was
he's
raised
talking
by a
about
large
Manjo.
owl named
He said
Nestle.
he wouldn't
He doesn't
be.
know much about his family or ancestors.
It's a
What did he
story
get yelled
about
at for?
connection and curiosity.
What did he do wrong?
As Tire
I
Boy
don't
journeys
understand.
through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and
Oh,
traces
I
of his
get it.
forgotten origins.
You fed Banjo.
Many of the locals have grown fond
Bro.
of Tire Boy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from
He just
small
shut his
favors to the game's main
You,
objective.
I wouldn't have even picked up
which
on
is to
what that
repair a
meant if you
giant
hadn't
radio
said it.
transmitter to
I
help
thought you
the
were just
local
mad at
community
someone.
make
for
Don't you
saying
contact with
that.
realise-
lost travelers.
In spite of that silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really
like
grounded and genuine.
Yeah, we know.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale
Yeah,
of
you had
things
enough
in the
now.
world,
Yeah, I'm aware.
wanting to make
had
the
enough.
player
Can I have a
feel
chip?
small
Yeah, push
and
it.
make you
Thank
feel
you.
like a
I really
kid,
thought you were gonna say
giving
that.
you that childlike experience of feeling like everything around you is
Oh, they're cold.
impossibly big.
Yeah, they're
and
freezing.
that has a meaningful impact on gameplay.
What is going on
given
here?
that you move fast
Just the
and
best
it
part of
feels
this is you
more
look away for 1
satisfying to
second and
do
you
so
come
in a
back and
big,
it's
sprawling
what the
world.
fuck is this?
Tyreboy is weird, heartfelt, and full
Oh
of
my
little
God.
surprises. We've built it to
Acoustic.
feel like a place you'll
That's
want to
me.
come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist
so
Tire Boy
cute.
on Steam now and follow
Who the
at
heck are you,
tireboygame.com on Blue
looks
Sky to
beautiful.
keep up to date.
Yeah, but one time
Thanks for
they
watching
cut
and
too much
enjoy the
hair
rest
around
of the
his
show.
cock.
Yeah, and it like
Who
was like
doesn't
his,
love
like
a
All we
video
his
could
game?
underwear
be
off.
is his
Toem took us
penis
on a
all
Yeah, I
over.
don't
delightful
like that.
expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello
Yeah, I feel like
everyone,
there's a lot of
I'm Lucas.
Swedish games going
and
on
I'm
here.
Nicholas, co-founders and developers at Something We Made.
Nicholas
Some of you
Nicholson
might
is the most
remember
Swedish
us
name I've ever heard.
for little game Toem from 2021.
You didn't need to tell me where you were from. You get your
Making
name
Toem
out.
was an adventure on its own. We never thought it would bring a whole chapter afterwards
Does it?
filled with love from all around the world.
You know what? It
And
needs to be
that's
hard.
why it's exciting and
a lot of us
honestly
games also
a
are
bit
hard.
scary returning to something
Like,
so dear to
I get
our
very
and
addicted to
others'
hard
hearts.
games.
We teased the
It has
game
to
at
be
Wholesome
hard.
Snack
I
in
just
December,
really like it
and we're
hard.
beyond stoked to show
And
the
if it's
game
not
for the
hard
very
enough, then I
first
just
time.
don't want anything to do with it. You know what I mean?
Turn the stream off. We're done, everyone. We're going.
Toem 2 is still a
We got business.
photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world,
Play Splitgate.
where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game,
I didn't.
our
How many
protagonist
did he
now
give him?
jumps
Chat.
into
How many
their
did he give
biggest
him?
One
adventure
small
yet.
one, this big. You
And
can
what
give him
the
that little
phenomenon
one
is
if you
this
want.
time,
fat.
well, you'll have
Yeah,
to
but look
discover
at him,
that
man. He's
yourself.
got a bow tie.
Along their
Good point.
journey, they'll stumble upon special
if you've got a bow
NPCs
tie,
we call friends.
That's like in
each
an
with their own
RPG.
personalities
He's got his
and
charisma
questline.
points have gone up.
These friends allow
been
deeper
thinking about
relationships for the player,
what to do
aiding
with
them
Banjo
through
and Lace
fears
this
and
week.
difficulties.
I want you to
Hence,
write and
when
make an
friends.
indie game about Banjo.
Who's in Layers Deep?
Each friend
Another one,
gives
though.
the player
I'm
what
working
we
on
call
making him
a camera tool. These
like
tools
full Nepo
allow
Baby,
new
way more
and
important than he has
interesting
any right
ways
to be.
of interacting with the world through your camera. For example,
I'm
the
working on it.
scissors,
Wait.
which cut things.
Scootman Gaming is Jeff, right? No,
That's Scott.
Scott, sorry.
Or take the hammer, which
100%
you
Banjo
guessed it, is great
is
for
a mommy's
smashing
boy.
stuff.
100%.
As you
give
might
him
have
treats.
noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render
Yeah,
styles
he, like,
that allows us to
really
reimagine
loves
the
them.
world
He cuddles with me all
without
the time.
compromising
He
on the
never does.
vibes. And finally,
Because I
and
play with
maybe
him.
most
Dogs like me.
importantly, we
Because
have a
they're
new
wrong.
movement
No,
system.
that's not it.
It's probably
What do
the
you think
biggest
of this?
change compared to Toem 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the
For the
environment.
record, I'm good to him.
It adds a lot of playfulness for
And
us
I'm
when
very
designing
happy
quests
that
and
he protects
regions,
his mum.
ultimately
I prefer
making
him
the
to be a
world
mum.
feel more free
I
and
don't want
open.
to win that battle.
And don't you worry,
You know what I
the
mean by
handy
that? The
camera camera
like, I don't
continues
want
to
to
be
hot
the
than-
main gameplay component. This time, we made it
I
feel a
think I
bit
said to you,
faster and
I don't want
snappier.
to, like, as an actor, I don't want to get
Tying
better
that in
reviews
with the
than
new
you. I'm happy to
movement,
lose those
we can't
points.
wait to see the photos you'll take. So to recap,
you are hotter than me.
more story,
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
updated
No,
visuals,
Yeah,
a
I'll
fun
You're
new
hot.
movement system.
That doesn't count.
But still the very
And also, I think they'd
same
agree, actually.
chill
I think they would be on my
music.
side.
I wouldn't be with someone.
The whole team is
Wouldn't be with
working
you if you
so
were
very
not.
hard to make
Not
Toem 2
a
something
compliment.
that can stand proudly besides the
Fine,
original
well,
game.
if you didn't think I was hotter than you,
Celebrating
you
what
wouldn't be
worked
dating me. That's
while
not a
improving the
compliment.
rest. So
Great,
if you're
thanks, Rahul.
interested to learn more,
I really like
go
spending time with
wishlist
you
the
too.
game and join our Discord. See you all real soon.
Sorry, Tom, your game looked really cool.
Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
don't know what to do?
I'd love to.
We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called
That's
Game
nice.
Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration
That's
of
very
artistry in
Cambridge,
games.
geez.
And we don't mean just concept art, we mean
Dice?
character designs, we mean
No,
storyboards,
Day
we
of
mean
the Devs stuff,
iconography.
those who-
All
yeah,
the
they're
different
in
kinds
San
of art that
Francisco,
go
so-
into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters. A veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love.
I got an email
That
about this. It
print
sounds
is
incredibly
limited
cool. They actually
edition
do have
and
some
on
of that
sale
at some of the Game
iMeepit.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS
Very cool.
Foundation
He's grabbing my
and Day of the Devs. Literally,
See?
we're nonprofits
Jamie Toxic?
asking for your dough.
Can you give
but
him-
like,
I
it
gave
doesn't
him
just
one, you
mean
give him
giving
one.
money.
No, okay.
It means you get something in return too.
Who's back?
She said
Isn't that a
no.
joyous thing?
We want to
She
give a
said
huge
no, not
shout
me.
out to our flagship sponsor at
I'm
Exola,
sorry,
who
Bob.
really helped make
I know you got the
Devs
bow
happen.
tie and everything.
When they
Exola
do
is a
sponsor
global
stuff, it
video
doesn't
game
annoy me.
commerce company
I'm like,
that
yeah,
aligns with our mission to help
sponsor Day of the
developers
Devs.
connect directly
Thank
with
you,
players
Sola.
and sell more games without giving up control or
Happy to
extra
have you.
revenue.
We
Launching
should really go
today
back and
is a
play
new
more
Day of the
Escape
Devs activation on the Exola
Oh,
wall
yeah.
to spotlight
The
some of our
escape room
favorite
thing?
games
You hate
from
escape
recent
rooms,
Day of
though.
the
Does
Devs
that apply to video
showcases.
games too?
Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Exola for supporting this celebration
Greg.
of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Exola.
Wow, just copy
we are
what I said.
so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor.
Wait,
but
what
we
did
also
Wildgate
have some
have?
other sponsors to thank because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a nonprofit, and every little bit helps. We got our
This stream
founding
is exactly like
sponsors,
watching
Double
anything with my
Fine
friends and we
Productions,
pretend we're
and
interested and then
iMeepit.
completely break off
We
into
have
separate
a
conversations.
whole
We are
list of other
interested.
folks that have been contributing throughout
There's
the
just
last
a lot
year,
going on.
and we just want to give them a shout out. Annapurna Interactive, Blumhouse Games, Devolver Digital, Idea Xbox, 47 Communications,
Hell yeah.
Panic, PlayStation,
Oh, the Winona's
Razer,
t-shirt. Yeah.
Sabotage Studio, Studio
But it's also just-
MBHR,
It's Lydia Dietz.
Summer Game
Even if we're
Fest,
talking about
and
anything
Jeff
else, I'm happy
Keighley,
to have.
and
I'm
the
happy to
whole
show
gang at
people
the
these
Game
games, even if
Awards
we're not
for
talking
your
about them.
continuous support. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
Hell yeah.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games. It means a
Great
lot
job,
to the
Tim.
developers. And thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games. And thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs.
Yeah, I don't like escape rooms.
Point.
I thought you were about to say you didn't like Tim Schafer, and I was going to be upset.
Huge thanks to our friend Dose1 for providing the beats for today's show. And please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
Cool.
I'm RJ Lake, and I'm directing Unbeatable, a game where music is legal and you do crimes, with Andrew Tsai over at D-Cell. This is a never-before-heard new track from... this is mostly a never-before-heard track from Unbeatable. It's not a live performance, but all the performances in it are live, if that makes sense. That's because the guitarist is playing lead guitar and rhythm guitar and acoustic guitar and is the drummer,
Fucking
and
hell.
our keyboardist is the cameraman. This should show you probably just how much work goes into even one of the songs on our 100% original soundtrack, which, by the way, starting right now, you can pre-order at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. That's right, at dcellgames.bandcamp.com. You can pre-order the soundtrack and you'll
It's
get
just
all
so
of the
good,
songs
dude.
that we've
It's
shown
so
off
good.
so far, including this one.
I
Enjoy.
worry that with Unreal Engine being used by everyone is the eventual convergence of style and gameplay.
Could be you.
When you, when I get the next episode of Play Watch Listen Up, we spoke to Tonda Ross, the creator of Blueprints, and yeah, that's an interesting discussion about Unreal Engine.
Zach said, I have noticed that there are a lot more glasses in this presentation, almost zero glasses in Summer Game Fest.
Much to consider. Much to think about.
I want to wear glasses. Kojima!
Yeah, Kojima wearing glasses. Wow, imagine being that wrong. This is very cool. Like, what a complicated thing to do. Remember when they ordered us to tell us to stand up for Snoop Dogg at the Hayward?
Yeah.
And they're like, and you will stand up?
No. And now we look right when he performed at Trump's thing.
True. I didn't stand up though.
I didn't.
I'm not eating mushy beetle soup tonight. I'm eating avocado toast with chicken breast and boiled eggs.
Gibson Les Paul.
Very cool. Also the game looks sick. I think the idea of a band not being able to play something properly live because two of the band members are playing multiple instruments is so fucking cool. The fact that she can play the drums and the guitar that well. Mental. Okay.
You're so gorgeous.
So beautiful.
Alright, out of the three of us, who's the hottest?
Vandra's the best looking.
He's like better looking than like 99% of other guys.
Oh my god. We get stopped on the street and people will compliment Magic. People will go, wow, that's a really good looking dog. Just random.
Please tell me that was on camera.
I think you got his name, yeah.
That song is called Worn Out Tapes, and it's actually going to be playable in our demo starting during Steam Next Fest on June 9th, alongside Worn Out Tapes' Tally Ho version, which you might recognize from Rhythm Doctor.
I remember hearing that first version of Worn Out Tapes all the way back in 2018, which is when we started working on the game. As time went on, the style of the game's music and the way we designed the tracks for it evolved. And it's a full circle moment getting to bring you this brand new edition of the song when made for their final version of the game.
Both the vocal album and the score for Unbeatable just went live on dcellgames.bandcamp.com for pre-order. And if you pre-order the vocal album, you get all of the songs that we've shown off so far, including Worn Out Tapes. And if you pre-order the score, you'll get all the background music from the demo, all the cop fight music, all of the baseball stuff.
Whenever you play me the songs,
you can also listen to all of that starting today on our YouTube channel. And that's basically it for my calls to action for this. What else is there to say besides wishlist the game, play the demo, and thank you a lot. Like genuinely super.
Makes me want to kill myself.
I'm not. We're not here without you. Like genuinely. Yeah. I don't have anything to say. I don't have any real words. All the planned stuff ended back when I stopped talking about the album.
What are you eating?
This. I can't really think of a good way to thank you because there is more.
I really tried not to eat it in the microphone. Did I succeed?
Come into
I'm not used to eating on stream.
Then I have any idea.
I do it very rarely.
This game doesn't exist without the support we've gotten so far. So, oh my god, from the bottom of my heart and everyone at D-Cell Games, thank you so much. We're going to continue trying to do the best we can do.
It's so sincere. I just love them all so much, man. Good stuff. I think in an era of streamers and small group productions being successful in the mainstream, I wonder if I'm more impressed by indie dev section as it feels more like that. No, it's that I love a lot of AAA games too, right? It just feels more human. It just feels like you're seeing an like, I want my art from humans personally. I know that that's like really being phased out fast, but it just feels human, and it's like you feel like you have more of a connection to the property if you know the people who made it and the amount of work it was. I think I do wish there was less fucking.
Probably accurate.
Why? It doesn't tend to create a lag though, so it should be alright. It is loud though. I don't know why Day of the Devs got so fucking loud. Everything else is fine. What's next? There's more? Yeah, I wish there was less mystique around AAA. It's still a thing that I really want to be able to try to break through as much as possible, but it's hard because no one's allowed to fucking say anything. Contracts are so weird and so specific. People can't speak. Less corporate energy. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like advertising as much.
There's also a little bit of
what?
That will get lost in today's Summer Games Fest. The voice actor who played Princess Peach for about 20 years was recast and replaced and didn't know until yesterday's launch day of Mario.
Oh, how devastating.
Yeah, Samantha.
That's so rough.
And she issued a statement.
Oh, that's so sad.
She was sad and that she wished she could have played her forever, but...
That's such a bummer every time that happens.
Voice actor Samantha Kelly discovered her 18-year tenure as Super Mario characters Princess Peach and Toad were over on Nintendo Switch launch day when Mario Kart released without her in it.
Why would they do that?
That fucking sucks, Nintendo. Get your shit together. Don't fucking treat actors like that, man.
Why would they do that? I don't understand. That's so awful. And especially to not tell her. Oh, man. Are there other streams for the Game Fest thingy? Okay, so I am planning to be live for... I'm not going to do the Wholesome Direct. I have to miss Frosty Games Fest, unfortunately. So maybe tomorrow... Oh, no, I've got dinner with Tam. Dinner? No, I won't do it tomorrow.
That dinner might clash with me. I may have to duck out for a second, come back, or give the stylist access to the house.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll figure it out. But I will definitely be live. Like, I might try and do some in-between ones to catch up, but I'll definitely be live for the Xbox
Kenny's
Showcase.
son makes video games.
10 a.m. on Sunday.
In fact, Kenny's son has made games for as long as he could remember. Even as a young man, his curiosity
Wanted some vanilla
and dedication
ice cream
to the
after
arts
my tuna
was
melt.
apparent. His parents, his
Wanted some
teachers,
mayonnaise.
and his friends
White piece of bread.
all knew this
I
about
wanted
Kenny.
I wanted a white piece of
He
bread
loved
with some
video
mayonnaise on it.
and his desire to
and
make
some Philadelphia
Yeah,
with a
it's
glass
like
of milk.
Philadelphia cream cheese, yeah.
With a glass of milk
Yeah, nice.
and a scoop of vanilla ice cream afterwards.
Kenny was always in front of a
Go ahead.
screen.
It's literally
tinkering
one
away
email.
at
Come on, guys,
whatever
what was that in
idea
reference to?
fluttered through his mind.
Oh, it's a Nintendo.
Video
I was like,
games would take
what do you
Kenny
mean
far
one
in
email?
life,
Yeah, that sucks,
but he
man.
could
I
have
don't...
never expected.
There has to be a reason they did that, but...
One
There's
day,
no reason.
I'm gonna make a game called Bob It.
Not
just
on
for
launch
you,
day, man.
Vivi.
That's such a shame. It's so sad.
Unless her team...
This is gorgeous.
Unless they got lost somewhere in translation. But even still,
Really? How sad.
to find out...
Peach has got it.
I've had some little things happen recently that have bothered me, and nothing like that. I would be very upset if that's how I was treated.
Yeah, you should just at least respectfully, especially after 20 years, give somebody a heads up. And
20
Nintendo
years.
be Nintendoing. Nintendo really Nintendo around.
And especially, again, here's the other problem.
I don't even know what we're watching right now, to be honest, but I like it.
Ball Pit.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Nintendo. You
would look like if Devolver Digital gave me enough funds to make non-stop.
Gone for non-SAG BA, I guess that's maybe possible.
It's just me.
that is true because of possibly the strikes.
Oh, it's Devolver.
They still tell you.
My first notable game was.
Yeah, they would still.
They still got to tell
yeah. The strikes don't mean someone can't tell you something.
No.
By Devolver Digital when I first pitched it to them.
Here's my problem, Nintendo. You are positioning yourself and elevating yourself to the same level as Disney.
And I'm so grateful
that
for
is
early
that you are the
support from
family
players,
brand.
and no props
That's
to
been a
Devolver
part of
Digital
our
for
lives for
business.
years.
From
Watch
there,
us grow
we
up, and you
started
want our
thinking about
kids. You want us to indoctrinate our kids and their kids and their kids.
I have no trust in the brand.
No. I'm saying, but that's where they've
Image.
elevated them. The image-wise, they've elevated themselves
Sure, yeah.
to the video game equivalent of Disney. So when you don't call an actor and you let a game come out and you've replaced them after 20 fucking years, but you're still branding yourself as a family,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't think they can get away with it with the fact that they don't have fucking sales and they re-release the same game 10 times anyway, but yeah. Just got home from work, but I have questions. When does Rahul's game come out? We don't know. Well, I don't know.
Actually, I dropped it now. It's on Steam. Go get it.
Live on Steam.
That's
but you have
that's
to have
my summer game
you have to have a
breast.
PSN account.
No, please don't.
Summer game breast.
What was the other question?
First
So
trailer,
another question.
and after that,
Oh,
we're
have we
gonna
seen
go
Life
a
of
little
Chuck?
deeper into
Yes.
what makes this game so
Twice?
much fun. Roll that
We've
footage,
only seen it
Henry.
once?
Go for it.
Yes, we watched it at
I saw it
the
twice.
Planet
One
Plex.
in person when I was on set, and then once after.
Well, I too was on set.
Henry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
You was also
Yeah,
there.
I saw it being filmed. Yes.
You saw the dance.
I saw the dance.
You was with Eben in the video village.
Yeah, and Mike.
Yeah.
Is all that remains. Now
It was very interesting to watch that.
Oh, look at that subscriber.
Thank you, nobody decent.
Spelt that completely wrong,
Thank
but
you.
we appreciate it.
What did I spell wrong?
My name.
Well, not completely wrong. Just a bit wrong.
And you're not Lana.
I'm fine with being called Lana.
Oh, Lana.
Meet Tom seems like a lovely dude. Very vaguely, yes. Yeah. It was a split-second interaction.
Oh, in the village? I met him.
Mike introduced me.
And then I fucked it up.
And it was just a, hey.
I didn't have anything to say to him because Mike was like, you weren't there for this. Mike was like, oh, because I was about to see, I was going to do something. He was like, hey, do you want to, have you said hello to Tom yet? Have you met Tom? And I was like, no, I haven't. Let me bring you over. So Mike brings me over and Tom's there. Talking to him. And I go, Mike's like, oh, Tom, I want you to meet a good friend of mine, actor, and a lot of my stuff as well, that kind of introduction. And Tom just went, hey, mate, nice to meet you. And I thought he'd have more to say because he's working with Mike and maybe he'd seen one of the other shows I was
He
in.
might know who you were, yeah.
Not that he'd know who I was, but I thought something else might be said. And I went, yeah, nice to meet you too. And neither of us had a question or a compliment. And I went, tell you what, it's nice to hear another British accent around here. And as I said, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he went, yeah.
He Hassaned you.
Yeah.
Rahul's got so much Riz that anytime his Riz doesn't work, it like sort of really haunts him.
So I thought about
it. Doesn't work with my dad either. If you can't Riz my dad up, it
That's
just
because
doesn't
you
work.
can't hear.
That is because he can't hear, yeah. It makes it
But as I
difficult.
said it, I was like, yeah, nice to hear another English accent.
English, yeah, alright.
And he just went, he was like, yeah. And I was like, alright.
He was very sweet and also very hardworking. The dance scene is, most of you probably haven't seen Life of Chuck, but when you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that's what I was there when they filmed, and it was hot, and he just did it over and over and over again, and was really sweet and really dedicated about it.
Important part of my life,
and it would have been hard.
I had to weave it into the narrative of my next game as an artist. And as they say, true art lies within.
This, Devolver's really going for it here.
Situational Rizlessness.
Yeah.
I get that sometimes.
Yeah,
it's a really hard drop
because Rahul's always rizzed up.
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the word, but I'm pretty good with just like meet and greets.
You're very
hey, nice to meet you. Make a little joke.
Super charismatic.
Make people feel comfortable. So when I, you know, like you know when you are changing gears.
Yeah.
Right. I'm usually an automatic.
Sometimes it crunches.
And sometimes my crunch is so hard. And I make it worse because I get flustered because I'm not used to it.
You should just be like me, just don't talk to anybody, and then it can never happen.
And I'm
Some of you may just don't speak to anyone.
I made a joke and Hamill. Did you see the response? No. So did you see that clip of Stephen Colbert where he was like, June the 4th be with you, and Mark's go, it's an advert for commercial for their appearance, and Mark's like, no, it's May the 4th, and he goes, no, June the 4th, as in a June to Paul. And Mark's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, June to Paul from Knights of the Old Republic.
So,
This is
hello,
the ad for their
I
thing.
am Janice,
And Mark's
I
just
play
like,
one of the hunters
anyway.
in Ball Pit, which is just
The
one
next
of the
day after he's been on
many
Colbert,
characters.
Mark put up
But,
pictures
well,
of
just so excited to be working
Colbert
on a
and
video
their
game.
thing.
So
And I
my
just
kids
wrote, can't
love
believe you
video
don't know who
games,
June
and
to
they
Paul
just think
is
this is
with
so
an
cool. And I
emoji
used to
down.
work in
And he wrote,
insurance, and you
because I
know,
have a
sometimes
life.
they handle tires, but not like
And I was like,
I love him.
but I was like, ouch.
This is just
And so I
Got
just
burned
wrote,
by Mark Hamill.
yeah, and then I just wrote, of Chuck. And then he sent loads of laughing emojis. Because he's still in his 70s. That,
I love him, dude.
that joke can work.
Yeah.
But for a second I was like,
Mark Hamill, he's
Mark, you know I'm doing the Colbert joke.
The first time I met him, when we had a conversation, like immediately, it was about politics. Introduced himself, whatever. And he came up to me later at that party and was like, Alana. And I was like, yes. And he was like, Australian. I was like, yes. And he was like, you're flying to Australia in a week. And I was like, yes. And he was basically like, I just like to make sure my memory works sometimes. Which is like, from Mark Hamill, it's just so cute.
When did that happen?
The night that I met him, the Christmas party.
Where did he get all that information from?
When we walked into the party,
Yeah.
he went, hi, this is my girlfriend. He and I had a conversation for 20 minutes. That was the first thing I did at that party.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, so then we had a chat, and then he...
When did he circle back to you?
I don't know, sometime later in the night, yeah. Came up to me and then went, Alana, Australian. He was very cute. It was something about Mark Hamill being like, just trying to make sure my memory's okay. It was like, oh.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Read that! Tom from the pub.
He commented earlier.
Thanks for reposting a pic I took of you guys at the Liverpool parade on your Instagram. It led to a girl I fancied in college 15 years ago reconnecting with me. Top tier
crazy.
wingman.
That's crazy. Congrats. Huge dub.
What picture?
Many hunters to wanted it to be one of the people we met at Liverpool who took a selfie and you put it in your story or whatever.
To experiment with on your quest to rebuild.
Devolver's gone so hard on this.
I get so happy when I may have helped someone bust a nut.
And that, my friends, was a little bit on board.
Honestly,
Why do you help yourself bust a nut?
honestly, it's one of the greatest joys in life.
Wingmanning?
Like, one of my friends who's not named,
Yeah, you take credit for them having a child.
in LA,
Oh.
I introduced him to a stripper friend of mine. And she took him to the beach and had sex with him on the beach.
Yes, I've
for
heard
free.
that story. Yes.
I might as well have come
Yeah,
on the beach.
you do take credit for people fucking a lot.
Sandy cheeks.
It really does mean a lot to you when somebody... You really do bring it up regularly. We did not pay any attention to really any of that. Sorry, Devolver. A lot of it looks sick, though.
I've outstayed my welcome. Maybe I was just hungry, not depressed.
Over the course of the stream, I really feel like you've really shown sort of who you are uniquely on this one. In like the moodiness, really, it came out more than normal. You were just silent for a while. You were angry for a bit. Now you're happy. This is just Rahul. It's so... You've seen it. So, just all over the place. I find it fun, but, you know, sometimes I think it scares Banjo. He's like, I don't know what mood's he in now, I don't understand, it's crazy. And I'm always just sort of flatline. I may as well be dead.
I'm currently loving life.
Yeah, that's wild.
And before the stream, I was saying things to you, very scary things that I was feeling.
This is the first game that you missed here, which actually looks pretty sick.
Pass.
Today's most innovative projects in Break.
Imagine working on a game and spending all your time, and Jeff upstages it with gold shoes.
People had a lot to say about the gold shoes. Too.
Why?
It was a hot topic. It was a hot topic.
They're great. What the fuck?
It looks pretty cool, man.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, everything was Dark Souls. It's the year of the FromSoft.
Because it takes them about 4
4
years to
yeah.
get... Yeah.
It's every time, 4 years later. Elden Ring just... Every fucking game dev went... We should make something more like Elden Ring.
But that's what happened with like people striving for diversity and female leads and stuff and trying to level the playing field, but everyone doing it at the exact same time, so it felt like everyone was doing it, but it wasn't. It's just a ripple effect.
It's not even striving for diversity. I feel like it's sort of just... This is definitely a thing with a lot of characters. Male is just the default that you think of, and so it's just them remembering women exist. It's not even, we should have more women, it's just them going, well, could we be a female? And you're like, oh yeah. Like, they just don't think that way. It happens. Just remembering women exist. Sometimes, and they go, oh,
No,
they
trust
do
me,
exist.
we know they exist.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but not in a role that exists outside of sex.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant... I'm joking. I've had food now.
Yeah, he's fine.
I think I might be diabetic.
You just have bipolar, mate. I don't know what to tell you. You just have bipolar. It's a lot. It's a lot. I feel like I should know. Rahul is extremely moody. He is all over the place all the time. Never at my expense, just to be clear. He's like, you'd think people who are super moody, like, he never gets aggressive with me or anything. He just, like, rants about something sometimes. I just sit there and I don't say anything for a good 10 minutes. Because I'm just like, no, for sure. Yeah.
I do monologues.
You do monologue.
I
You
monologue.
monologue.
I actually monologue in life.
Yeah, you do.
I put analogies in there.
I'll occasionally ask a question.
Oh, and you know what? People think, oh, people don't do that in real life. I'll literally be to you.
No,
Like,
you monologue.
you know, when I was 14,
Yeah.
I'll tell.
Yeah, you fully monologue. Yeah, you did. I had a thing I was like, I thought about recently where we had a friend over and I was asking him questions and you made fun of me because you were like, you know, you talk to people like you're podcasting.
Yeah.
And I thought about that the other day because I really do talk to people like I'm podcasting all the time. Like the way that I speak to people is just, I ask a lot of questions and be like, so from that, how did you feel about that? But oh yeah, there's a Star Wars update for Fortnite.
Oh, fuck off.
But I decided that I like that I do that. I really listen to people and ask questions. And I decided I like it.
Yeah, you did that in Nottingham.
It's genuine. I'm just interested in
You're
what
like-
people have to say.
So, how do you judge an heavy metal competition?
And they loved that
They
I
did,
asked that
but
question.
the way you did it wasn't like someone at a bar. It was like you were on a moderating a panel.
Yeah. I did do that. I think I said, like, I was like, this is kind of off topic, but I'm super curious. The two of you have judged a bunch of heavy metal.
Heavy.
It wasn't even heavy metal. It was
Golden
Demons. And I was like, what is like the process of judging this? What goes into it? Which again, yeah, is. But I'm genuine about it. I mean it. I was really interested. And I've decided that I take it as a compliment that I talk to people like I'm podcasting because it means I listen and I ask questions. And I stand by it.
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer Games Fest.
And he fucking
It's
loves
great
him.
to have
He
you
fucking
here.
loves
We are
it.
so
He
excited
does.
for DS2.
I think Kojima looks drippy.
So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima.
It's
You've
a
worked
sick
for
outfit.
many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later?
You missed this too, right?
No.
Oh, you were here for this?
There's a glasses quote.
Yeah, you've got to have it. Somebody's wearing glasses.
Kojima sound is not aging.
First thing you learn when you get diagnosed with bipolar is that there's a spectrum and everyone's got some level of bipolar.
After we face the pandemic, so I want
I'm
everyone
so
to think
even-tempered,
about
man.
that
I don't
when we play
know,
this game.
man.
Okay, well.
No, I'd say you've been more all over the place in the last than me recently.
Clip for SGF. Let's take a look at this.
Are you sure about that?
On the emotional stuff, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Who's the last person to cry?
I cried yesterday when I was in tremendous pain and went to the ER, yeah. You've been a mess lately. What are you talking about? The amount of monologues I've had. Yes, I did cry multiple times yesterday. It was tough. It was tough out here. I'm totally fine. It's fine. Completely fine. It was a shit day. It was a real shit day. It doesn't tire you out. It's one of the better ways to engage with people. I don't know. I just think I find things more interesting than... I like learning. I don't know. I just like learning. A person can be pissed about something without being bisexual. Yeah, bisexual. Bipolar.
I'm not bisexual.
No. Heady. Super heady over here. Yeah, you can get angry without being. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm really even-tempered. I don't think I've got any of that in me. Boringly even-tempered.
For living.
There was another one that I wanted to rewatch. What was it?
The Splitgate.
Yeah, okay, let's rewatch him. Run the thoughts back.
Go on, because I gotta go.
Thank you. We're good for the day.
Oh my god, it's so long.
Jed.
It's so long,
Way more. He was towards the end.
Sandy cheeks.
So you made it then.
Come on, it's here somewhere, mate.
Yeah, I think you're going too slow, but sorry. Oh, what? What are you doing?
I really don't remember.
Summer Game Breast.
Well, it wasn't even there, so there we go, thanks. Sorry, hang on. I'm sorry, I'm really interested in the physics of this game. Just sorry, give me a second. I think I'm missing, I'm just trying to pay attention to what her hair does in that shot. Just
Christ.
Ridiculous.
It does do it for me.
Even fake ones like
yeah,
that.
man. It's just, you know what it is? It's just the homage.
Yeah, the homage to tits. Where's Splitgate guy? Have I missed it? Are we past it?
No, there.
Oh, there he is.
How does Keely introduce him? Does Keely know?
Absolute Chad.
Let's see if Jeff knows. There we go.
Still look a little unwell.
Thought that game looked cool.
Get ready.
I should also go.
What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, he didn't get introduced. You think Jeff was like, nah, you have that one, mate.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us.
Okay.
Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2.
Yeah.
Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3.
That doesn't even make sense. He didn't make Titanfall 3.
Yeah, if he announced Titanfall 3,
yeah,
then fine.
It doesn't even make, yeah. He just said it because he knew the people would be like, woo, but that doesn't, you didn't make that.
Jeff saw the hat and went,
No,
yeah,
no,
no,
no.
not fucking with that. Wait, stop.
With Splitgate 2...
Rahul, what are your thoughts on the word falsies? I don't have an issue with a breast augmentation. I am a fan of breast, whether they are natural, augmented.
Yeah, Rahul doesn't care at all.
I love them.
Sometimes sometimes I'll be like, but they're so obviously fake. Like, those are clearly fake boobs. You don't mind that? And he's like, I don't care.
They're incredible. The whole genre.
I appreciate
It's breast-like.
that you don't. I appreciate that you don't care about that. It's very kind of
I love them. I don't care when people are like, oh, but they don't sit right or they don't move. I don't care.
I prefer your take because
Triple breast, Total Recall, all of it.
yeah, it's kind of you to not care.
It's not kind. I'm just grateful they exist. I'm the one. They're kind.
It's like you see it as like a woman went out of her way to make more boobs for the world, and you're like, thank you so much for doing that. Went
I
under the
celebrate
knife
them.
for more titties.
I love them. They're fantastic.
Yeah, I should reframe it that way because I go, but I think that's maybe a thing that girls with real boobs do anyways. That you're like, I don't know.
You know when they're like 1,000 cc's and shit? Great.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I should be just thankful that some women are willing to add more boobs to the world, more big titties to the world. That's a good way of looking at it. That's woke.
DEI breast.
All three. With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking
Everything else
awesome.
he said is fine.
And it's fucking awesome.
That's
And
pretty
then he
lame,
walked
though.
off.
With his bat.
Is he going to come out and say that he's like neurodivergent or something like that? And go, I misread it. I'm totally.
No, I think the most charitable read is that he figured it was a crowd of gamers and thought that that was what gamers wanted to hear.
Smoky Lab. I can't give you a code, but that would get a code.
What did he say?
That's a man from the Pam Anderson and Carmen Electra era. It's exactly what I was raised on.
Yeah, that is true. I'm sorry, but what if you could portal to different worlds? Isn't that what a portal is? Yeah, no, you're right. That's a game code. Can we give a code to Zach Armall? I don't know who's here. Jared and Scott, maybe? Jared, I don't know. And I don't know which... I don't know what's going on. I don't know. We need to get a better system for game codes, but that's funny. Thank you, Jared.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You know, I've always maintained
I'm going to rewatch this. Now
my
that we know
ideal
what it is.
woman.
Is Pamela Anderson?
Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Every time that I even vaguely mention maybe dyeing my hair, Rahul's like offended about it.
New studios, and we're proud of that.
But I
this
did say
one
once, I was
comes from
like,
a
what
studio
if I
that
turned
is
like
no
40 and my
stranger
boobs
to
got sagging and I just got
delivering
giant
blockbuster
fake
games
tits?
time
And you were like,
again.
yeah.
I'll pay for them.
When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was
Venmo you.
absolutely blown
I'll give you a
away
Venmo
by the
request for fake
scale,
boobs.
scope,
If
and
you want to,
ambition of
you
this
can go as big
developer's
as you
vision.
want.
Mm-hmm.
You can stay exactly
While
as you
there
are.
many
We're
places,
already at
any
10.
place this
thank you,
game could have been
Right?
revealed.
But
We
if
are
you woke
so
up tomorrow and
deeply
went, I
honored
think I want to do
that
this,
we get to share it
I'll
with
pay
the
for it.
world right here
It's so kind of you, thank you.
at Summer
It's very
Game
supportive.
Fest.
I really feel like the energy is, you're giving me get fake tits.
No!
That's what it feels
No,
like
no,
a
no.
bit.
See, there's a difference.
Yeah.
I celebrate all tits.
Okay.
All tits matter.
Yeah.
I come up with that. All tits matter.
Yeah.
But if someone doesn't think their tits matter, I'm not having that.
Summer Game Fest.
Okay. It's nice.
So if
again,
you're
it's nice-
like, hold on, wait, no, he thinks I'm too this or that, or I'm so no. And I don't encourage anyone to do something unless they want to do it.
I see.
So if a girl of her own volition is like, I would like to increase this because
Yeah.
this is what I want,
Yeah.
I'll fucking pay for it. Not you. I mean,
Yeah, to be clear, you've never told me to get fake boobs.
but just because I'm
It's just
saying,
that when I was like,
just
what if I
because I'm
got
saying-
huge balloons?
just because
he
I'm
was
saying
like,
I'd
yes.
support you doesn't mean
I need to do it.
what you have
Mm.
isn't sufficient.
Right. Good, thank you. The fact that you're laying it on that thick is sort of making me think that maybe what I have is not sufficient. It's like saying your tits are definitely big enough. They
No,
are.
don't write it
They
like that. Because
definitely
when you
are.
write it like that, Game Largo, it makes it sound sarcastic.
Yeah, sufficient. My boobs are sufficient, are they?
No, they're great.
Thank you. But
I'm trying not to say things on a stream about your body parts.
yes,
I'm just trying to say that what you have is great.
thank you.
If you wanted them to be greater, no, I'm joking. If you wanted them to be massive, you don't got to worry about me.
I don't already have big boobs. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, whatever you want to do with them,
Yeah, or nothing.
I support.
I don't want to do anything.
I support.
Thank you.
And I support if you did want to do something.
It's feeling like he wants me to.
But
get
I
big
don't
boobs, is what
support
I'm hearing.
if you got rid of them.
Can't cut them off.
Well, you can, because I support that too.
I highly doubt that.
As friends.
I think if I was like, Rahul, I think that I want to get a breast reduction, you would be upset.
I want to get my knob augmented.
Yeah, I'd be upset. Yeah. Anyway, can you shut the fuck up about boobs so I can watch the Resident Evil trailer?
Someone just fucking... Rahul, you started great, but it's okay to stop.
You can stop, yeah.
God, why is it so hot in here? God, is anyone... Look, I'm just sweating.
It's because you're talking about boobs so much and it gives you a sweat.
Woo!
She's very Light Yagami coded, y'all. We really got to address that.
Did you know it's not It's a Me Mario?
It's a me, a Mario.
It's not.
No, I do know what you're talking about.
It's Itsumi Mario.
Grace.
It's Japanese for
Yes,
Super Mario.
which I still
Grace.
think is not true.
He's just shouting Super Mario.
Grace Ashcroft,
Yes?
my office.
Oh,
Sounds like Rahul lost his food.
coming.
Shut up. Why do you lot think I dug a hole? I didn't dig a hole.
That's a great point.
I did not.
I really wanted to watch the Resident Evil trailer again. I think this is a good point. Rahul, your penis is sufficient. It's sufficient. I'm not saying you need to do anything.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to make it bigger, I would support that. I'm not saying you have to.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to make it bigger,
Yeah. But I've been telling you that.
I'd support it.
Yeah, but I've been telling you that.
What do you mean?
I told you it's not sufficient.
It's sufficient.
Yeah, but I don't think it is. So you're still complimenting
I
me.
really don't want you. No, I don't want any of that actually. I don't do anything.
I'm 6'4". I weigh 220 pounds. My knob should be about 12 inches and weigh the same as a Chipotle burrito.
No, thank you. I'm good.
That's what would be in proportion. But what I ended up with.
So this doesn't work because Rahul agrees with me in that he thinks he has a small dick. So the argument, but you understand the issue with saying it's sufficient.
No.
You don't.
I think sufficient's lovely.
That's not what sufficient means.
Sufficient.
Yeah.
What do you mean how to figure out the proportions?
He's a man. You all measure them. We know it. Don't lie. You all do. Ooh, what can we see in our glasses? All right, you shut up. I want to watch this fucking Resident Evil trailer. Some of us are trying to play video games. We're just talking about tits and dicks all day.
Grace.
Come again, breast.
Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
I'm not
My
watching this again.
Oh,
See you later.
Your
coming.
boobs are fucking marvelous.
I know. Everybody shut up.
This is
Okay, shut
about
up.
the report
Thank
you
Zach.
asked for
Shut up.
yesterday. It'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another
Is this a
body,
female protagonist?
one that exhibits the same
Is that what's
pathology
happening?
as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need
It
your
does seem that
eyes
way, doesn't it?
on the crime scene.
This is woke and gay, you guys. That's woke.
The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered.
Do you think she's made of mold? You know, it's just like a question we have to ask now when it comes to Resident Evil. We think she's human or mold? What do you reckon? Is she mold? Is she of mold? You know? That's what I'm trying to ask. She really does look like an adult Rose. I agree. It's weird to do that if she's not, but why would they not just do that? People would have been like more hyped. Thank you, Baffle. Not too woke. She's pretty, but she's a klutz. And she's not too threatening. Yeah, that's intentional though. Make the woman clumsy so that people like her. Because strong women are off-putting. You know, she may be slightly moldy. She could be mold. You still think it's Rose. I think you're probably right. Like, I say this in the most complimentary way possible. I do not mean this as a negative in the slightest. With how, like, cheesy the Resident Evil writing is, she probably is Rose. And she's had to get a new identity or something. Which, hang on. Is Rose canonically made of mold? No? I don't think she's mold. She is a mold baby? Was Mum moldy when it happened? Her dad, I know Dad was, but Mum was not moldy at the time, right? So yeah, you're right, she's part mold. She's part mold. Alyssa Ashcroft, her mom is already a character from the original RE lore, so it's probably unrelated. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Didn't both her parents die in 7? She got axed in the neck by Ethan. I don't remember. I finished that game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So the whole thing's up on my YouTube channel. It's one of the million videos that I've privated. I think I unlisted those ones rather than privated them, actually. But I don't recall that well. Someone who didn't play 7 in this conversation is very confusing. The mold stuff is important, okay? We gotta get to the bottom of it. Aren't we all just mold when you think about it? That's deep, dude. You're not wrong. You're not fucking wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. You're onto something. We're all mold at the end of the day, bro. So Rose is a mold, baby. But yeah, I don't know. Who is Alyssa Ashcroft? Alyssa Ashcroft. American investigative reporter, a former resident of Raccoon City. What games is she in? Oh, Outbreak. That's why y'all kept saying Outbreak. Yeah, sorry. I apologize. I've not played it. And we think this is her mother? Why? Anyone coming to play Splitgate 2? Again, Splitgate's... I thought it was quite fun, but I understand why people are upset or being critical. I get it. I get it. They outright say she is in the... Oh, okay. My bad. Okay. Well, let's just fucking rewatch it again. I'm so sorry to be doing this way. Rahul really came in hot and heavy talking about tits, so... It distracts me too. Huge fan. Like, again, as you can see. I love them. We like them a lot. Been using this for the last 3 years, I think. It's amazing. And I love pointing out that she's got, like, beard rash from my mouse. I find that very funny. Okay. We can start from here, this is fine. I sit like that a lot too, actually. I was gonna be like, that's a weird way to sit. I have my legs up all the time. It's terrible. My knees are gonna be so fucking smoked. They're down
Grace.
there.
Grace. Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh,
Am I mold
coming.
too? Aren't we all? I'm gay and have ADHD. I've never sat properly. What does being gay have to do with it? What's being gay got to do with it? The gays can't sit.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating.
Mold bodies.
Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel.
She's definitely been there before. She's definitely got PTSD.
That's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that is.
Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
You're right. It's definitely Alyssa Ashcroft.
Grace.
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been.
It looks good, man.
For. A special one.
Imagine your boss telling you to go where your mother was murdered and telling you to go over it. I mean, look, if you sign up to be part of the FBI, you You kind of gotta do it.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you
What's up,
seen the
Silent
same
Slayer?
shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Guess that's why I'm not in the FBI. Same. I don't want to go to the place my mum was murdered, so I will never join the FBI. You don't even need to advertise it to me. That's it. It's just I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. It looks sick. You know, I don't even need to see ads. Oh, hello, Benji. What are you doing up there? I can hear your little paws. I want to rewatch the Weird Baby one too. Whereabouts was that? That was like kind of mid, maybe? Early? Weird Babies. I saw them. I think. Weird Babies are around here? Or is it just Dying Light that I just saw? I think it's just Dying Light. Where are the Weird Babies? Give me the weird, slimy, unreal babies. Tits again. Nice. Ill. Is that ill? Ill. Do you guys remember roughly where it was in here, though? Endish? Okay, that's it. Ill. Let's do it.
Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment.
Federal
Here
Boot Inspection. Female
is your
Body
first
Investigator. That's the one. God, it looks good. Oh man, I can't, dude. I feel like I've never been this disturbed by a video game trailer. I don't know what it is. It's so creepy. The shininess or something? Thank you, Sungo. It's so fucking creepy. Maybe it is the realism. It's definitely, at least in part, the animation. The way they're moving. The physics? Yeah, I think you're right. The physics are adding a lot, like, especially that last bit. The way they're dying. That is the physics. That is not necessarily the way it looks, it's the physics. It looks... Game was fucking awesome, dude. Really, really good. Really, really good. They have a kind of weird Attack on Titan with sort of normalized zombie feel. That's true, actually. They do have like an Attack on Titan thing going for some reason. I get what you mean. Kick that made everyone laugh. I mean, it is really funny. Something about kicking a baby. That's not a sentence anyone should say, but this is the future the liberals want. Thanks, Joe Biden. Amazing. Is there any other, before I go, because I do have to go, are there any other trailers anyone would like to rewatch? Anything else that they saw? I'm trying to think, because again, I really feel like, unfortunately, a lot of them really blended together today because so much FromSoft aesthetic, which again, I understand. Muppet Boxing, that's a good one. Let's watch that again. That was fucking awesome. Unbelievably cool trailer. I mean, Mafia looks great. Automation looks great. It was around here somewhere, I swear to God. I thought the Atomic True trailer was really cool. Atomic Hot Chew, sorry. Give me Muppet Boxing. They put fucking Ichiban in... No, wait, isn't this the start? Yeah, okay, it's past here. Sorry, I'm sure this is infuriating to watch. They don't have time codes yet, so... It was after Death Stranding? I think it was like sort of towards the end more. Right? Am I right? Am I crazy? Muppet Boxing, Muppet Boxing, Muppet Boxing. Where is it? There, that's it. That's it right there. Let's go. This is fucking cool as
Comedic
hell.
storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
In-engine footage. Okay, so it's not gameplay footage, it's just in-engine.
Fuzzy, the tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
It's definitely very rocky. I wonder what the gameplay's like, though. Should let you beat the fuck out of Kermit. Why? Are you okay?
Show me
What do you need that for? Your real beef with Kermit?
We gotta transform you. Why are you even here? Don't waste my time.
Muppets be fun to create a Clash. No bad idea. See what I can do.
Save us, Fuzzy, or we'll die!
Attaboy. Attaboy. Eat bread, grab burnt toast, carb load.
It doesn't look like it's fucking video game at all. Okay, so I'm thinking you're gonna do like a lot of silly video game, like mini game kind of things. This game looks insane. Felt that boxing. Let's see if we can find out more. Oh my god, I just put together why it's called Felt That. My brain just made the connection. Just put it together. Felt That boxing. Is there anything else I can learn about this game? Here is the Steam store. Felt That boxing. Comedic boxing game set in a world where the charm of furry puppets collides with the fury of boxing. Step into the shoes of Ezra Fuzzy Wright, an unlikely hero with a big heart. That requires a controller. That's interesting. Felt That boxing? Yeah, we read that part. Fuzzy never meant to follow in his belated father's footsteps into the ring. But when a greedy developer threatens to bulldoze the only home he's ever known... Okay, so his dad was a boxer who died. Huge law, everybody. What starts as a desperate bid to save the orphanage quickly escalates into a wild ride through bombastic arenas full of outrageous characters, ridiculous power-ups, and surprising emotional turns. Gameplay and mechanics is kind of what I was after. Boxing is physics-driven, tactile, responsive controls. Players train, punch, dodge, block, and flail their way through a series. Okay, so maybe it is going to be like Punch-Out? And then there are training minigames. Okay, so I'm thinking that there's probably not much gameplay other than... Cool, you like work your way up. Other than the boxing and the minigames, which I'm so fine with. Absurd finishing attacks like Fury, Flurry, and Poopit Blaster. Nice. Chaos mode. Oh my gosh, what are you, God of War? Story mode's approximately 8 to 12 hours. That's way longer than I expected. Trainer challenges, build the skills to win the while training, beating meat. Nice, nice, nice. Doing sweet splits, trying to dissect a puppet frog. Very cool, dude. Very, very cool. Star-studded cast, apparently. Yeah, it looks rad. Probably a lot of cutscenes between fights. That seems right, yeah. Thought it was FMV, but the graphics just looked that real somehow. Yeah, they fucking nailed it. I wonder what engine they're using. That looks like a picture. I feel like I'm saying that more and more often these days. Like, I feel like I am more and more often going, holy fuck. It is UE5? That makes sense, man. How impressive. Very, very cool. Star-studded cast. Who is Ben Starr playing? You're asking the right questions. Insane. Alright, everybody. I gotta head out. I'm going to do a thing. I should be allowed to say what I'm doing. I think I am. Let me check that. Let me double check that real quick. Oh no, did my Chrome just freeze again? I think it did. How odd. This is just the strangest problems. Oh no, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It just slowed down for a second. Let me find out if I'm allowed to talk about the thing that I'm doing. Ethan just texted me and said, "Gamer friend, I'm lazy. Be games journalist for your good friend. What happened that was exciting today?" I'm not a games journalist, Ethan. I'm not a games journalist. I haven't been a games journalist for ages. Yeah, I really don't know if I'm allowed to say what I'm doing. I assume I am. You know, who's gonna be that mad about it? I'm doing Giant Bomb at night, so I assume there's a stream for that. But I don't know. I just said I would go when they asked me to. So that's all I got. But yeah, I'll be there at 8 p.m. PT, so. Tonight, yes. Yes, I'm showing up at 8. So I gotta go walk Banjo and then get changed. I don't really have that much to do, but yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight, so keep an eye out for that. I'll go hang out with them, probably talk about what happened today, I imagine. Yeah, y'all got an exclusive here. Huge leaks, huge leaks. As said, the next time we will be live. I probably can't do tomorrow because I'm going to play some games in person at Summer Game Fest, which of course I will give my impressions on once I play them. I'll be live for the Xbox Showcase, 10 a.m. Nope. Yes? Yes? 10 a.m. Yes? Right? Let me double check. On Sunday at 10 a.m. I'll make sure I'm live a little bit early again. I've been doing pretty well with that now that I'm not working all the time, so we'll be live at like 9:30 or so. I'll see you guys there. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll find somebody to raid if I can get my Google Chrome to work. What the fuck? Okay, yep, came back. So weird. Who should we raid? Is anyone still doing Summer Game Fest stuff? Ooh, a lot of people playing Splitgate. Oh, wow. Wow. 2 people live playing Splitgate 2. XQC is playing. I guess they immediately, like, sponsored some people to play it. Yeah, nobody's talking about Summer Game Fest on my list right now. Oh, I guess Co Carnages, so let's go say hi to Co. Everybody go say hi. Yeah, I hope I don't up the ER again, man. Kill me. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Giant Bomb live? What is it? Is it just Giant Bomb? Hello, Mando! What you doing? What you doing? Because I'm happy to raid them. Twitch.tv/Giant Bomb, I assume? Correct. It's just /Giant Bomb. I'll see you there when I get there. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I'll see you on Sunday. It's gonna be fun. Let's do it.